Welcome to the greatest show on turf.
Nothing beats Friday nights. It's just fun. And then you throw on top of that, I know that we have the best atmosphere around here.
After years of ground and pound, Lakeside is now fun and gun.
But whatever happens, it's just fun to be a part of this and let the kids be a part of it. It's just fun for everybody involved.
Tonight, it's a border battle with traditional power North Augusta.
It's a great atmosphere over at Lakeside all the time. Like I said, Coach Hibbett's done a great job of that program. This game is always a good game.
Welcome to Game Night Live. WJBF Sports presents local high school football live in your living room each Friday night. Game Night Live is powered by McDonald's. I'm loving it. And now, your hosts, John Hart and Ashley Brown.
Oh, it feels like football weather finally as we welcome you into Panther Stadium, one of the best atmospheres in high school football in the CSRA, for another episode of Game Night Live. Tonight we have a border battle across the Savannah River between the North Augusta Yellow Jackets and the Lakeside Panthers. John Hart in the booth, joined by Ashley Brown. Kira Goldstein will join us from the field in just a moment. And AB, I think the key word is new for tonight. We have a new coach on the North Augusta sideline. We have new turf that was installed last year, first time we've seen it.
Yep.
And we have some new players on both sides of the football.
And new schemes. But new players, you're right. Beans Hunt, three-time state champion at Thomas Jefferson Academy, has transferred to North Augusta. They'll want to get him the ball in space. And Steve Hibbett said that the man I'm about to talk about is the quickest player he's had ever. And that's Ty Jones, a transfer from Greenbrier. He had over 100 yards receiving in their first game. They'll want to get him the ball. He can also throw it. He's a former quarterback. He's a little guy, but he can motor. Lakeside's changed their entire offense going back to the spread this year. So we'll see what happens tonight. It's going to be a good one.
Panthers have taken the field. Here come the Yellow Jackets, and that brings us to our forward keys to the game.
Yeah, tonight I guess we'll start with Lakeside. The keys to the game for them: get the ball to their playmakers in space, and that key guy is no doubt in my mind Ty Jones. And then also I think they've really got to win the battle up front. North Augusta's got a little bigger team. Lakeside's going to have to outwork them there. And then for North Augusta, limit self-imposed errors, penalties, and turnovers, and make Lakeside ground it out. No big plays. Make them go down the field.
Down to the field for the coin toss as the Yellow Jackets take the field.
Hey guys, Mr. Billman. All right, here's Tony Ross, umpire for tonight, Tony Ross. All right, hey gentlemen, check this out. You guys are chosen captains for your team for a reason. That's to control your teams. So if we have an issue, we will come to you, all right? Everybody understand that, right? Guys, I'm not gonna put up with the nonsense after the plays and all that. You go to your side and you go to your side, all right? Or we gonna handle it. Everybody good. Play football, respect the game. All right, Lakeside's home team. North Augusta, you're the visiting team. I got a coin here. Number 5, and the badges are the tails. 5 is heads. The badges are tails, 5 is heads. Tell him what you call. Heads. He calls heads. It's tails.
You want to defer.
Defer. You want the ball then. You want to kick. That's why you want to kick. Put your backs over there. Put your backs over there. Lakeside, they want to toss. They want to defer. North Augusta, they want to rock. Hey guys, let's go. Let's do it. Let's go.
Our referee, Steve Billman, is fired up. We are fired up. The Lakeside Panthers are fired up to run through the banner. And the Panthers elected to defer into the second half. North Augusta will receive the opening kickoff on Game Night Live next. Our statistician, Nathan Edwards, keeps up with everything, including the weather, and he texted me before kickoff and said what a difference a week makes. How about 100 degrees and a delay of 30 minutes last week before kickoff due to the heat? Tonight, 80 degrees and relatively no humidity.
It is absolutely. Look, I like it a little cooler even for football, but I'll take this every week.
This
for
is
sure.
fantastic.
Perfect.
For the first night of September. the 11th meeting between North Augusta and Lakeside. Been a one-sided series. North Augusta leads 9-1 all-time, including a 28-21 win last year. In fact, you have to go all the way back to the first meeting back in 2000 for the only time Lakeside beat North Augusta. Beans Hunt back deep to receive for North Augusta, the transfer for Thomas Jefferson Academy, who AB alluded to in the open.
Yeah, great athlete, lots of speed, can play a lot of positions too, receiver, running back. They want to get the ball to him a lot.
Well, he's got in his hands right now. And Hunt, you see the speed early on. Hunt across midfield, all the way to the 40-yard line of Lakeside.
Yeah, the exact start North Augusta wanted. A big return from Hunt. He's a fiery player, loves the game, and like I said, he's a 3-time state champion before transferring here this year over at Thomas Jefferson Academy.
Averaged 10.5 yards a carry last year for the Jaguars of Thomas Jefferson Academy and 16 touchdowns, and you see why on the opening kickoff.
Yeah, great stiff arm there, too, at the end of the play.
52 yards.
This offense goes, though, as Corey Tillman goes, dual threat quarterback. Let's take a look. Well, after this play, we'll get to the coaches. There's Tillman.
New signal callers on both sides of the football tonight.
Yeah,
there you see the coaches match up.
Yeah, Richard Bush of North Augusta in his first season. He's 1-1 with a win over Evans and a loss to Dorman. He's a former North Augusta player and longtime assistant in the area.
Back to Hunt, this time tackled in the backfield.
Great play.
Patrick Pickett,
That was Pickett.
the senior defensive back, came around to get him.
And North Augusta's Lakeside's head coach Steve Hibbets is a former North Augusta assistant. He's in his 10th season. He's one of the elder statesmen here in coaching. Now guys switch so much. He is a Silver Bluff grad, and he was the defensive coordinator for this North Augusta team from 06 to 2010. And he is really trying to build this program here at Lakeside with a sort of some new life over the last few years, so to speak.
Almost picked off. Dangerous pass intended for Connor Brown. And broken up by Ty Jones, who we'll talk about a lot tonight, AB.
Yeah, he started as a freshman point guard and then as a sophomore as well at Greenbrier. And he's all worldly speed-wise. He's got incredible quickness. He's little. And in football, he scratched the surface at Greenbrier, but he's a junior now, time for a breakout year. He's transferred over here, and like I said, he had 100 yards receiving, and they're opening a win over Aiken.
You mentioned Steve Hibbets and what he's trying to build here at Lakeside now in his 10th season. He's led the Panthers to the playoffs in 6 of his first 9 seasons.
Well,
and a first down.
Hibbets is going to be real frustrated there. They had Tillman behind the line of scrimmages. There you see North Augusta's offense. Mike Doe had 100 yards rushing against Evans. Also keep an eye on Noah White. And then the one other guy is Andy Cervantes, a big kid up front.
Up to the 29-yard line of Lakeside. A fresh set of downs for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, they had Tillman, and they let him, slip through, and he ends up getting the first down. Big play, big run there by Tillman, the dual-threat QB.
The battle of 2 different styles here tonight. North Augusta's sort of a mixed-use offense. They'll throw it a little bit, run it a little bit. Lakeside more of a fun-and-gun type thing, and this time the Jackets air it out for a gain of 4.
And Lakeside, like I said, put him in a 3rd and long situation, but they bailed him out by missing the quarterback. Tillman, Doe. Also, Waltower is another one to keep an eye on. They like to get him the football as well on this offense. Big target for quarterback Tillman.
Doe in the backfield with Tillman on 2nd and 6. And Doe gets the carry to the 21.
Up front, one of the guys that really keep an eye on for Lakeside is number 9, Justin Barnes. He's sort of a poor man's. He's a smaller version of Warren Sapp. If he were 6'1", 300, he'd be going to any school in America. But he is a hard guy to block. He's super quick. He is somebody to watch on this defense for sure.
Apologies, it was Tillman on the carry. Either way, it's 3rd and 3 from the 22. Now it's Doe. He'll have the first. Into the red zone at the 18-yard line.
Tackle made that time by number 7, that is Parth Patel, and also number 17, Jack Thexton. Thexton, a talented player that's getting some college looks.
As is Patel with an offer from Point University in West Point, Georgia, on the lake near Columbus. Into the Murphy Auto Group red zone, 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Tillman had a big game last week at the loss against Dorman.
Looking for 6. He's got it. Touchdown.
It was Beans Hunt wide open back in the end zone.
We've said he can do a little bit of everything. You saw the kickoff return and now the touchdown catch from 18 yards out.
It was just busted coverage. They had a receiver in the flat. Ty Jones, the corner, stayed with him, and no safety came over. Ty Jones had to run back. He was frustrated after the play. Well-designed play and well executed by North Augusta.
And now maybe the best kicker in the CSRA, Jack Stevens, his brother Drew is kicking at Iowa right now, and all Big Ten first-team selection preseason.
Yeah, and he's also on the watch list to be, picked kicker of the year in all of college football.
So Jack Stevens pokes it through. It's 7-0 North Augusta.
Coming up this week, the Georgia Cancer Center joins us with some valuable information to help raise awareness for ovarian cancer. Plus, we'll meet Night Owl Pediatric Urgent Care, Blue Alchemy IV Hydration, and we're getting trendy with Signature Mike right here Friday at 12:30.
And don't forget, folks, you can head to the WJBF Facebook page where you can watch the live stream of our game this week, as well as check out scores from games across the CSRA. Again, that's at the WJBF Facebook page.
So just more than 3 minutes off the clock. A 6-play, 40-yard drive for North Augusta puts the Yellow Jackets up 7. And we'll get a first look at the Lakeside offense. And again, we mentioned at the outset, this is known as a running team, sort of a wing T type offense for years and years here at Lakeside. This year, Steve Hibbett said we're going to open it up. We're going to, as he said, fun and gun, and let the kids have some fun, which is the whole point of the game, in his words.
And then they even went almost to like an I formation, even running it more last year, really the last 2 years, because they had a great running back and they wanted to feature him as much as they could. But you're right, this year they've spread it. They've given Mikael Grissom some kind of room to roam back there and make some decisions, and it should be a fun offense to watch.
Patrick Pickett on the return. And the Panthers will set up at their own 27-yard line.
Yeah, solid return. Not quite what Beans Hunt did on his end for North Augusta, but it's still a decent return for the Panthers.
They'll spot it at the 26, and we will get our first look at Mikael Grissom, the new signal caller for Lakeside.
Yeah, we might see 2 Grissoms because his brother BJ is one of the lead running backs as well. He'll be in there from time to time tonight.
Well, there are 4 Tillmans on the North Augusta side. So. And Grissom swings it out on the far side, and not much going on. Christian Cooper was the first man there for North Augusta.
Yeah, they did what they want to do. They got it to Jones, but excellent job by the defensive back there to stay put, not get faked out, and make the tackle. Good open. If you can tackle Jones in the open field, you're doing something. He is lightning quick. He can cut the lights out and get in bed before it gets dark.
Apologies. That was Trayshawn Quiller on the stop for the Jackets. And no gain, 2nd and 10 from the 26. Grissom gets rid of it. It'll be a first down and then some up to the 40-yard line. Caleb Jackson, senior running back.
They had a perfect play call from the blitz. The blitz came from the far side of the field, and they had a great play call for it there for Lakeside.
Gain of 13, 1st and 10 for the Panthers.
When I say, it's funny you say the guy that Coach Hibbett is trying to build a program, and he's been here 10 years. A few years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, they just had sort of a change in philosophy on how they were going to do things, and it's almost kind of this day and age, you almost have to with the kids. Not that you're not hard, not that you don't coach them, but they're wanting to make it fun. They want to make the kids want to be out there. It's a grind playing football. I talked about that last week, being out there in the heat in the summertime and in the gym. And they just sort of changed the philosophy here, and they've got more kids out for the team every single year since, and it's really paying off. Now, let's see if it'll pay off with some wins. That's the big key.
Flag will back the Panthers up. Well, the last time we were here, we mentioned in practice how they bring the loudspeaker out. They have a DJ, one of the assistant coaches. Players get to pick songs.
And just little things like having, watermelon on ice after practice or popsicles, whatever. They do that kind of stuff. And, again, it's just it can be a grind at times, and they try to make it as best as it can be. I mean, it's still going to be tough. It's still hard-nosed. You're still going to get coached up. And then for North Augusta, you've got Richard Bush, who he was an assistant, I think, at the middle school when Coach Hibbets was at North Augusta. So they've known each other for quite some time.
Richard Bush, another one of those guys who makes you and me feel old.
Yeah.
Because we covered him in high school.
And he's another. We've got a lot of guys now coaching at their alma mater.
Mm-hmm.
And
D'Angelo Bryant.
Yeah, was real happy when
second down.
I was very happy when I heard Coach Bush got the job. North Augusta had almost done these search committee things, going out picking guys from all over. And nothing wrong with that. Sometimes it hits. But when a couple of them didn't work, they decided to stay in-house, and I think a lot of people were really happy for Richard Bush. He's put in the time as an assistant, and now he gets to run the program at the school he's loved all his life.
North Augusta gives those 5 yards back on another flag. Grissom will make it third and we'll call it 3rd and 3.
And Lakeside is 1-0. They knocked off Aiken in the opening week. North Augusta beat Evans in the opener, and last week they played a very good Camden team and lost, so they're 1-1 on the season.
So on 3rd and 2, Grissom gets the call from Grissom, and absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I think that was Jackson, and you're right. He was just gobbled up right at the line of scrimmage, and that's a Tillman, Bryce Tillman. He has 23 tackles in their 2 games so far, and that's a lot for a defensive lineman, to get double-digit tackles, and he's averaging 11.5.
One of several college prospects on this North Augusta roster. So kicking situation for Lakeside. I like the new helmets this year for the Panthers.
I do too, yeah, very sharp.
Line drive kick.
Not what you want to do with Hunt back there.
With plenty of room. And to your point, AB, up to the 38-yard line.
Yeah, and he's going to love that play.
All right, so North Augusta 7, Lakeside nothing, 5:20 to play in the first quarter.
The McCafe Oreo Frappe is back at McDonald's. Just a hint of coffee, real Oreo pieces, and topped with whipped cream. Get one today or pick up the new refreshing lemonade or Southern-style sweet tea lemonade, all at McDonald's. I'm loving it.
Coffee with Oreos?
In.
I'm in. So an impressive start for North Augusta, up 7-0 with 5:20 to play. This is a North Augusta team that we've talked about the consistency here at Lakeside with Steve Hibbets being here 10 years. These seniors for North Augusta have had a different head coach each of their 4 years.
Which is hard to believe, really. I know there's a lot of changes now, but not like that usually.
For varying reasons, but now Richard Bush back at his alma mater, hoping to bring some stability, and on first down, it is Doe, and he'll get up to about the 40-yard line.
Yeah, they faked the handoff to him, rolled out, and then threw it back to him. But Lakeside was there and held it to a pickup of about 2 yards, maybe 2.5.
The pitch is to Hunt. Oh, what a stop. Parth Patel, who we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, already has a college offer, and you can see why with the speed.
Yeah, he's been back there as a starter for several years now, and the coach raved about him when I talked about him talked about the team a couple of weeks ago. Big hit there on Beans Hunt. That was a well-designed play, but Patel just made a great individual play.
Loss of 6 on the play, 3rd and 13. Make it 14.
Well, 3rd and long earlier, they bailed him out by missing a couple of tackles and let Tillman weave his way to a first down. Let's see what they do here.
Tillman rolling, throwing, first down, then some, into Lakeside territory to the 45-yard line.
Well, nice.
And that was Connor Brown on the receiving end.
Yeah, he is the brother of Colson Brown, who was the quarterback for this team last year. And Connor Brown, yeah, it just goes up and makes a great play on the ball, catching it at its highest point and gets the first down.
Pickup of 21.
Might have got away with a little bit of a hold up front, but I saw a jersey kind of coming away from the guy's body on the replay.
Pickup of 5 on first down.
North Augusta's moving the football. Lakeside's going to have to do.
It's Doe. Maybe 3. Bring up 3rd and short.
But again, the first guy that gets to him doesn't make the tackle, and he's able to squibble his way and up there near the first line marker, or first down marker. You've got to make those tackles in the open field. And that's the difference between North Augusta having 3rd and maybe having to throw and 3rd down, and they can run a quarterback sneak if they wanted to.
Pretty big play early for this Lakeside defense.
That'll help them out probably.
Yep.
Coach.
No, it's on the defense.
Never mind. Scratch the big play.
Defense. That results in a first down.
Let's check in with Kira Goldstein for the first time. Hey, Kira.
Hey guys, yeah, when I got a chance to talk to Coach Bush about what he wants this team to look like, he said he wanted them to be physical. He wanted that every time you put on their game footage that that's a team that you're nervous to play. He wanted them to be very physical, and that's been something that they've been really honing on the last couple weeks. So that's why we're seeing such physical football tonight.
Well, and that's what I mentioned with Beans Hunt earlier. Even though he was running the ball, he laid a hit on the defensive back, and he did that in the game against Evans and posted, "Why be the nail when you can be the hammer?" And he was, I'm sure, thinking that as he tried to run over that DB at the end of the play earlier.
Tillman will keep chased out of bounds, gain of 2.
And Lakeside's defense, they need to get a stop of some kind and get their offense the ball back. Right now, North Augusta has had a big kick return. They've had a big pass play. They've had a big run on 3rd down. They had the touchdown pass. Right now they're having their way with this Panther defense.
Loaded backfield for the Jackets. And it's Hunt to the 26.
Beans Hunt, just a good all-around football player. Also getting some college looks. Tyson Boozer made the tackle for Lakeside.
It's a North Augusta team that has made the playoffs for 15 straight seasons. You got to go back all the way to 2006 for the last time the Jackets missed the postseason. It is a tradition-rich program. And
they're going to stop them on 3rd down this time.
Now, you have the best kicker in the CSRA. This is a luxury that not a lot of teams in our area or any area in high school football have.
Yeah. It's a 44-yarder. I think you kick it.
And so we will see what Jack Stevens can do from 44 yards out.
He's got plenty of leg. That's not the question.
His brother, Drew, Oh, hit the crossbar and through. Jack Stevens.
Well,
I mentioned his brother hit a 54-yarder against Northwestern for Iowa last year. And Jack now true from 44 yards.
Great work there by the camera crew. You mentioned this. There's Drew Stevens, one of the top kickers in the country. Again, he's on that watch list to be named Kicker of the Year. And, you know, these Lakeside, obviously Lakeside's not happy they're down 10-0, but they can appreciate the long kick because for the last few years they've had one of the best kickers in the area who now is suiting up for the Dogs in Athens.
Yeah, Jack Stevens, preseason, as we said, all Big Ten, and hit an Iowa record 15 field goals for a freshman last year. So, yeah, I mean, these are two programs, and it doesn't hurt for Lakeside when you have a good soccer program.
Yeah.
That always helps. But
Will, and you're right, Will Hadaway was a soccer player, did not start playing football until he was in middle school. And I remember seeing him kick off in middle school, and I told his parents then, if he works at this, he could be kicking in college. And sure enough. But, yeah, Jack Stevens will be kicking in college as well. There's no question about that. And there he helps give his team a little bit bigger lead with that long kick.
Read some interviews with him where he talked about he and his brother having some you can't kick 44-yard field goals in your backyard, but some kicking competitions that were a lot of fun. And it gives his team a 10-0 lead, and Lakeside will be backed up to its 15-yard line to start its second possession.
That was the product of incredible hang time on that kickoff.
So right now, Jack Stevens, one of the stars of this game early on. So here come the Panthers. Put up 46 in their first game opening week win over Aiken, but down 10-0 here to start their second drive. Likely the final play of the, well, I say that now. Grissom will run out. Fans want a flag, and they'll get it.
You know, that's going to give them, it was a nice run, and then they'll add 15 to it. Best play Lakeside's had so far in this game.
I got it.
Steve Billman.
Personal foul on the defense. First and 10, Lakeside.
Lakeside would love to go down and get some points here.
Well, that's a costly penalty. All penalties are costly, but that's going to move it all the way from the 17-yard line up to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, you're right. They backed him up on the kick, and then with one play, here they are.
Quick hitter to Ty Jones, the speedy transfer from Greenbrier, out of bounds with 9.6 seconds left in the first to midfield.
Yeah, North Augusta obviously has done their homework on Ty Jones. They probably watched that Aiken game because he had some big plays in that game. He also had a 40-yard pass in that game. So don't be surprised if you see a trick play from Lakeside with him and throwing the football.
And 25 yards rushing. Don't forget.
Yeah.
And he also fixed the kitchen sink. All right, 10-0. We're through one quarter of play on Lakeside. Panthers, though, on the move.
Football Friday night, we've got a big one for you tonight, folks. Coverage from around the area tonight at 11:35 on WJBF. Brendan Robertson and Graham Lee will have highlights from games all over the area. Plus, we will be revealing the rosters for the cheerleading teams for Border Bowl 11. That's at 11:35 tonight on WJBF with Football Friday night.
The gain on second down. Lakeside on the move. It is Grissom. I say Ty Jones, but my apologies. Into North Augusta territory to the 32.
A little trickeration there. They handed a little reverse to Ty Jones, and there you see the speed. Like I said, Steve Hibbets did not hesitate. He said he's the quickest player he's had in over 20 years of coaching. Ty Jones with a big play there. And like I said, he's going to be a great addition to the basketball team here at Lakeside. He has been starting since he was a freshman over at Greenbrier. A really good floor general on the basketball floor.
Gain of 20, first and 10 from the 32 of North Augusta. Now it's Grissom. Keeps to the 25.
Grissom did a good job there of kind of making something out of nothing. It looked like he was going to get brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
There is a flag down. While they figure that out, we'll get to your QBs by the quarter.
For Lakeside's Grissom, he was 2 of 2 passing for 2 yards in the first quarter, and he also added a couple of runs for 19 yards. Tillman's North Augusta, 4 of 5 passing, 45 yards and a touchdown, and 3 attempts for 16 yards on the ground.
And the Panthers are retreating. Steve Billman will turn that microphone on and let us know what's going on.
Holding. Offense, still first down.
Erases another nice gain. Talked about the coaching experience for Lakeside with Steve Hibbets being here for a decade now, and added some more experience to his staff this year with Andy Stickle, the former Augusta Christian head coach, now here coaching the wide receivers.
Yeah, that's right. You're seeing that more and more around the area. Aquinas, that's something they've done really well, surrounding their coaching staff as much as they can with experienced former head coaches. That's always a plus.
All right, you always like to mention Le'Veon Bell and how his little delay kind of survey the defense. That's exactly what Grissom did on that run.
And it worked out. He was able to get to the corner and pick up big yardage. Might have got tangled up there in the kicking net, but it looks like he's okay.
North Augusta very lucky they didn't get another 15-yard penalty for riding him out of bounds.
Now, this is easily Lakeside's best drive tonight. They had the penalty, and then they had the nice run by Jones and a couple of nice runs here by Grissom.
Second and long 5, short 6, however you want to call it. All kinds of movement.
It was a really well-designed and smart
second
play,
down.
but your left tackle's got to stay put.
Hey, you know who that reminds me of? Florida.
Yeah.
Did they just have another false start?
But a big smile doesn't come on my face when it's not Florida. Is that only Florida that happens?
Everybody in this booth enjoyed watching that Florida-Utah game last night.
Oh, it was great.
It'll back the Panthers up to the 32-yard line.
I enjoyed it so much, I'm worried about my Florida State team on Sunday. I think I'm going to get paid back.
Karma's not that kind.
Yeah.
I'm confident in my Bulldogs tomorrow.
Yeah, I think they're going to be okay.
Yeah, they'll get the 5 back from the penalty. That was Caleb Jackson.
Yeah, Jackson, another run for him. That previous play, though, Jack Thexton, who is a really strong customer, they had him kind of in motion. Then he got under center. It confused everybody, but they were trying to draw North Augusta off sides, but a lineman for Lakeside moved, too.
North Augusta's showing up pretty
Just
strong
got offsides
tonight.
North Augusta. I think may have given them a first down.
And while we take a look at the North Augusta student section, brought to you by the Payne College Lions, North Augusta jumped off sides, and that's going to give Lakeside a fresh set of downs. So a freebie for the Panthers.
Yeah, just what the doctor ordered for Lakeside as they fell behind early in this one at home, 10-0, and now on the move. Showing some signs of life on offense.
Full disclosure, AB, you picked the Panthers in what would be
did.
a little bit of an upset.
It would be, yeah, it would be a mild upset for sure.
On your radio show last night.
North Augusta, both last year and this year, maybe for 2 or 3 years now, they seem to be on the verge of being really, really good. And then sometimes they're just, oh, there's a big play.
Inside the red zone, the Murphy Auto Group red zone, down to the 3-yard line.
It's that man again, Ty Jones.
Pitch and catch the Greenbrier transfer.
But you know how sometimes you see a team that's athletic and talented, but there's just a chemistry thing that's off or something? And that's what has kind of been missing the last couple of years, it seems, for North Augusta. And when I saw they struggle with Evans They did play a really tough team last week. Can't hold that loss dormant against them, really, but that's one reason I picked Lakeside at home. But North Augusta, not so far, is playing pretty well.
20-yard gain. And on first down, it's Jackson. He'll be stopped short.
Well, we said the keys, one is get it to the playmakers, and Lakeside's getting it to Ty Jones, and in North Augusta's case, Beans Hunt on a couple of nice returns. And he had the long touchdown catch. They were who we featured in the pregame, and they both stepped up tonight so far.
Gain of 1 for Jackson.
And there's the other Grissom in there, and he's a big, big back. And they got him in there now near the goal line in exchange for Jackson here.
All-region pick a year ago. He'll try to sneak it with his brother Grissom, and it is in for 6. Touchdown, Lakeside. B.J. Grissom. I should say Michael Grissom.
Well, and keep in mind, they benefited from that big 15-yard penalty on that drive and offsides that gave them a first down. We were talking in the pregame, one of the keys, penalties and turnovers is what North Augusta can't have, and penalties really helped that drive out.
Seven plays, 3 minutes and 2 seconds off the clock.
And William Brandenburg knocking the kick through, the sophomore. Big shoes to fill with Will Hadaway, the former Lakeside standout kicker, but he knocks that one through.
Well, we talked about some of the great players to come through Lakeside. Let's talk about one of the greatest to ever do it here at Lakeside. How about the great Ashley Brown?
Oh, God. Oh, wow.
Class of what? 1989?
89.
I like the red bow tie with the black.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Can never go wrong with red and black.
That is rough.
True story, you kind of invented the transfer portal.
I think I did, actually. Yes, I transferred from Evans to Lakeside my senior year. And had some people happy and some people not so happy.
Went on to a career at Columbus State University playing basketball, where you shut down Laterrell Green, the Georgia great, as I understand it, one night.
I fouled him a few times. I got close enough to where I could do that. That was good. That is, I did guard him for a little while. It was no fun. That night I was really glad that I only played a few minutes a night and I was not the starter.
Well, AB is not the only Lakeside grad in our booth. We'll get to that after the kickoff.
Where'd all that hair go, too? I mean, what happened? We got to have an intervention. I'm going to have an intervention with myself when I get home in the mirror.
It's like the old Al Franken skit on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, you're good enough.
You're smart enough, and doggone it, people like you.
And another nice return. North Augusta.
Kick return, field position.
Yeah, the kick return and punt return team's doing very well for the Jackets.
Okay, we have another Lakeside grad in the booth with us.
Oh, yeah, good.
Oh, no.
Let's see this one.
There he is.
Oh, no.
Yes, sir.
Looks like a presidential portrait, Nathan.
It doesn't look real. It looks like a picture. That looks like a painting.
Is that an actual tuxedo, or is that one of the half shirts they put
I was pretty sure I was wearing shorts with that.
I love it. Nathan Edwards.
Class of what, Nathan?
01.
Class of 01.
Oh, wow. A lot younger than me.
And you were talking earlier, AB, so the school opened in '88.
Yep.
You were part of the first class here at Lakeside, another good gain for Beans Hunt across the 45.
Yeah.
They put the football field in here in 1995, and then put the turf field in last year as another lifelink of Georgia first down. So when you were here as a freshman, they played their games at Evans, you said?
When I was here as a senior, yeah. The home games were played at Evans for Lakeside, for sure. And we didn't play Evans that first year. We were a much smaller school. As a matter of fact, we only had 4 seniors on the football team and only 88 seniors in our class, whereas Evans had about 800 seniors.
Into the hands of Hunt. And he would have got 6 were it not for a nice tackle made by Parth Patel.
Yeah, Hunt is having a big game. He hasn't done a lot in the first 2 games, but He is showing it what he can do tonight for sure, getting a little more comfortable in this offense.
Pickup of 20.
Super talented kid, just all-around performer. And, you know, every year when we talk about all area, we look at his numbers and stats, and we're like, wow, this kid was all over the field, and he's doing that tonight.
Always in the mention for all-name team, Beans Hunt, but also in the mention for early front runner for McDonald's offensive player of the game right now. Tillman running, throwing, complete. Close to another first down to Brown.
I tell you, as good as Colson Brown was as a quarterback, and he was a college recruit, I really, really like his brother as a receiver, and he's only a junior. He did a great job there of just waiting, being patient, giving his quarterback a target and making a catch. He's got a big body. Really, really like this kid, number 13 for North Augusta. That is Connor Brown.
It is another, excuse me, AB. Yeah. It is another first down into the Murphy Auto Group red zone at the 14-yard line.
Just looked like they had him covered, and in there, Tillman just waited and waited and then found a seam and threw it. Connor Brown now with 2 catches.
Devin Robinson was in motion. And a short gain on first, a couple of yards. Michael Doe.
Yeah, one of the first men there was number 9. That is Justin Barnes. I talked about him earlier. Kind of a mini Warren Sapp. He's just so quick up front. He's hard for these big guys to block. He is a hard-nosed, throwback-style player.
It's been an entertaining back-and-forth first half so far.
Sure has. And like I said, the big players are stepping up. Beans Hunt, Connor Brown, Corey Tillman, and then on Lakeside side, their quarterback Grissom has been outstanding, and certainly Ty Jones has.
Lakeside's going to take a timeout. We'll take it with them with 7:07 left in the first half.
There's a little over 7 minutes left in the first half, and make sure that you stick around at halftime. We're going to have lots of fun interviews, a package about Lakeside High School, and so much more. For now, I am going to send it very reluctantly up to the booth with John and AV. You guys, I guess, take it away.
We'll explain why in just a second after Tillman's carry. Looking for the pylon. In for 6. Touchdown, North Augusta.
Yeah, great job reaching for the end zone there. You'll see it looked like he might be stopped short, but Tillman able to reach for the touchdown. And that's a little demoralizing if you're Lakeside. You finally fought and clawed and got a score, and then North Augusta marches right down and answers with a touchdown of their own.
And Stevens will attempt to make it 17-7.
He's had a pretty good night so far.
His second PAT to go with the field goal. Okay, here's why Kira was reluctant to send it up to us in the booth as we continue our senior picture graduation ceremony here at Game Night Live. I mean, there's really not that much of a difference.
No. She's a lot closer to that. I'm a lot further away.
Kira, do you care to comment? Kira has no comment. Yeah. Well, so Kira's from LA by way of the University of Alabama. So she graduated from Burbank High School. And I have to say, doing my research on Burbank High School, she is at least, she's no better than the 6th most famous person to come from that high school. How about these names? Tim Burton, the director.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Oh, goodness.
Blake Lively, the actress. Debbie Reynolds, the actress.
Yep.
Kim Fields, Tootie from Facts of Life. And some of you might not know this name, but Missiela Lucia, who was on the George Lopez show. When I wake up every morning, TBS is on my TV, and George Lopez is on, and so she's on that show, so I know who she is. But Kira, tell us about your time at Burbank High School.
You want me to tell you about my time at Burbank High School?
I mean, it's a family broadcast. So.
Oh yeah, no. Look, it's a great atmosphere. It's a great education. I really enjoyed getting to go there. I think it's a little bit different. You know, we do shows like this, Game Night Live, and we don't have anything like this in the South. This is in California. This is a very Southern atmosphere. So it's a different experience for me. I love my time at Burbank High School, but man, do I love my time here at Game Night Live.
Can you introduce me to Blake Lively?
Maybe next week.
Sweet. Looking forward to it. In the meantime, Lakeside trying to answer, now down 17-7.
I went to school with a Blake I can introduce you to. He hunts and fishes, though. He's not.
I have significantly less interest.
That's going to be quite the road trip if we're going to go to a game from her school.
That's true.
Yeah. I'm game, though.
Yeah, we can do
I'm
it.
down.
They don't have a regulation football field. Wow. All of those tax dollars you pay in California and you can't get a football field? Wow. All right, so Panthers down 17-7, 6:54 left to play here in the half. And this is a pretty big drive for Lakeside, AB.
Well, yeah, for sure. Like I said, North Augusta made that look easy. Looked like they were going to try a little trick play there, but Jones didn't have time to throw it, so he's going to just run back and try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Georgia Army National Guard, folks, offers you so much, certainly more than you think they would. You can get a degree with money for school, learn job skills that translate to the civilian world, make bonds that last a lifetime, and earn pride for life. When you become a Guard soldier, your family will thank you, your country will thank you, and your future will owe you. The Georgia Army National Guard.
2nd and 10 from the 21. And it's Jackson. And again, this North Augusta defense has really stiffened up in the last couple of drives.
Sure have. And this is a big play. You don't want to be punting from deep in your own territory. There's not a lot of time left. I mean, you could get away with maybe not scoring before the half, but you don't want to give up another score.
There was a good look at Coach Steve Hibbets and his wide receivers coach, Andy Stickle, formerly of Augusta Christian, as they try to get this Panther offense in gear. 3rd and 8, a big third down early in this game.
Yeah.
They will elect throw. Grissom instead will run, and he will have it. Big first down. There is a flag. You see it at the 34-yard line.
Then we may have a block in the black right there at the end.
That's the difference, though, and it might come back, but that's the difference when you got a quarterback who can run. That play was broken down. It looked like he had nowhere to go, and then, with his wheels, Grissom was able to make something happen, but, again, it does look like it's going to come back.
There's Coach Hibbets. And there is Steve Billman. From Steve Hibbets to Steve Billman, our lead official tonight.
He is hoping that Steve Billman points towards North Augusta here, but I got a feeling he's not going to. So it was 3rd and 8.
Yeah, blindside block, blindside block. Yeah, blindside block on the offense, still 3rd down.
That's a new rule from a few years back.
Mm-hmm. We saw it a lot the first year it was implemented.
Yeah.
Not so much since.
Players have gotten used to it. They adapt. Coaches and players adapt to those new things. We're seeing it in baseball a lot this year with the new rules.
Yeah, the pitch clock was a big deal in spring training. You don't hear much about it now.
Matter of fact, I think there was one violation in the last 3 weeks, which early on there was one every game at least.
Speaking of which, we can move this along. I got a first pitch of 10-10 and Braves Dodgers tonight. Grissom in trouble, dancing, staying alive. Oh, what a run. Picks his way through the pocket up to the 28-yard line. Boy, he could have been thrown for a loss. Nice job by Grissom.
Yeah, again, that's making something out of nothing. I mean, he's still going to be short of the first down marker, but he made it interesting.
Just kept waiting for somebody to knock the ball out from behind.
So he kept the play alive, but as AB said, he will be 2 yards shy of the first down.
Well, at just about anywhere else on the field, further up, you could go for it, but not this far back in your own territory. So
hold on to your hats here. Beans Hunt standing at his 38-yard line. No matter what, North Augusta is going to have great field position.
Well, you just can't have a line. Oh, and that's disaster for Lakeside.
From bad to worse for the Panthers.
Oh.
And it's going to be a touchdown for the Jackets.
You just got to kick that one out of the back of the end zone.
Isaiah Weathersby falls on it for the Yellow Jackets.
Your only goal here is to run as fast as you can and kick that out of the back of the end zone. Instead, North Augusta is going to get the touchdown, and it's a defensive score, special team score. Their special teams tonight have been outstanding. The returns from Beans Hunt, and now this.
Wow. Stevens to try to give a North Augusta a 17-point lead.
I was talking about you don't need a line drive kick. Well, you certainly would have taken that over the snap over the punter's head.
And as with all of his points after, could have been good for 45. And come on, North Augusta student section, get a little happier. You're up 24-7.
They're up to some. They're getting the push-up platform.
Here we go. Okay, let's see. 24.
You got to do 24.
All right. Oh, there we go. Count them up.
I don't know if he's going to get there. I don't know. Come on, young fella.
That's 12. We're halfway there.
He's getting it.
He's getting
I mean, I'd like to see his back up a little more. A little bit of
Form's a little poor.
form's not great.
He got 24.
He's like, get me off this thing. What did I?
If we put you up there, how many are you giving us, AB?
I'm not getting up there. My push-up days are over.
All right, well done, North Augusta student section.
I do love it.
If they show the replay again, I'll look.
Yeah, they do that at the home games too. And so back in the day, North Augusta's offenses would score 40 and stuff routinely. And I was like, man, I don't want to be the anchor leg on that push-up thing. And they get up to 40 or 50 points.
You want to be the push-up guy on one of those wing T teams.
Oh, no, on one of the field goals. On Stevens, 3-0. I'll do the 3.
Yeah. And Stevens pokes it through the back of the end zone. All right, well, there is one person in this booth we haven't shown the senior picture of, so
here we go.
Turnabout is fair play. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow.
That's exactly the reaction I anticipated.
Are you sure that's not middle school graduation? High school?
I love the Olin Mills watermark in the bottom. You know how long I had to practice that pose?
That is outstanding.
Yeah.
I almost want to take a screenshot.
Nope, it's gone forever now.
Well, that was not very fair of you to do that. Thank you.
So Lakeside needs to do some work here with 4 minutes left in the first half from its own 20.
Yeah, Grissom, he said he was still up, never touched down, but play was blown dead. Isaiah Weathersby came in at the end of the play. He's the man who got the fumble recovery for the touchdown earlier.
Yeah, I mean, the early front runner for defensive player of the game.
And like I said, the difference in the game tonight has been special teams. The returns from Beans Hunt, the field goal from 44 yards from Stevens, and then, of course, the bad snap resulting in a special team score for North Augusta.
To the near side, and it's Jones, and he'll be about a yard shy, maybe a little bit less than a yard shy. Stays in bounds, clock continues to run.
And boy, North Augusta is looking really good tonight in comparison to week one. They just looked a little bit out of sorts because Evans had a couple of touchdowns called back. Now, in fairness, North Augusta had some turnovers in that game, but it was a really tight ball game.
It was a big third down, and the Panthers will have it on the sneak.
Well, look, what you got to do if you're Lakeside, you got to try and go down and get points. You got 3 minutes. Try to go down and get some points. You make it a 24-14 game, and things change. But the quarterback Nathan's pointing out is hobbling, and that is not a good sign. That is Grissom.
Yeah, Grissom favoring his left leg.
Well, if he is so dangerous back there to run, and that is not a good sign for Lakeside.
And I think Lakeside's going to have to call a timeout. And they will, to see if Grissom is okay. So a timeout Lakeside with 2:47 left to play in the first half.
Hey guys, I'm Anna Christina, host of Local Living. Be sure to catch us every Saturday at 9:30 to find out what's happening in the CSRA.
Local Living, Saturday morning at 9:30 on News Channel 6.
How come Kira and Anna Christina are so much more photogenic than we are? It's really frustrating.
It is. Such is life. I was class of 93. You were class of 90. Nathan was...
I was 89.
You were 89?
Yeah, 89.
You were 89. Nathan was... what did you say, Nathan?
90...
What class were you?
01.
01. And we did not ask Kira because you just don't. But if Kira would like to tell us, we'd be more than willing to listen. So Grissom
Definitely in the 2000s.
Stays
2000s with me.
Nice goal. Grissom stays in the game on 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. And it looks pretty good on that play.
I like that play. Getting it to Thexton, the big H-back.
And Jack Thexton for another first down. And Lakeside hurrying up now, up to across midfield. And a first down at the 48-yard line of North Augusta.
John, what did you think about the rule change? We were talking about it before the game, but what do you think about the rule change with the clock in college football now?
Boy, it moved that game along. I mean, all kidding aside about Florida and Utah, it really moved the game along a lot quicker. But it also
man, if you're behind now,
it makes it a lot more difficult to come from behind. Grissom going to air it out now. There's nobody back there except for Ty Burke.
Receiver was held. It's going to be a penalty.
There's a reason there was nobody back there because the receiver was held up, so the flag down.
And I think that was Pickett, the receiver. Yeah, it was. It was Pickett who unable to finish his route, so the penalty will be on North Augusta. Well, that would have been a big blow to Lakeside.
We got holding on the defense. The result of the penalty is going to be a first down.
Now, it makes it tougher to come back, AB.
Yeah.
But as a fan who will sit in the stands in 100-degree heat, I like the moving of the game along a little quicker. In college football, NFL games fly by. And college football has always been 3.5, 4 hours. That's a bit much. I think it's a good rule change. They don't do it in the last 2 minutes of the half.
Well, you just got to be you got to be up and ready to go.
Yes, you do. 1st and 10 from the North Augusta 38 after the penalty. And Grissom just airing it out. And it'll be another first down to the 25. Gain of 13.
And that was Patel.
And all of a sudden, this Lakeside offense has come to life.
Well, you notice early in the game, all Lakeside's passes were on the edge to Jones. And now they beat them down on the sidelines. Now they're going down the middle, and they found both Thexton and Patel wide open in the middle of the field.
Fire and ice is the theme for the Lakeside student section tonight, by the way. Lots of people dressed as firefighters. Grissom going to throw again, going to complete again to the 15. Close to another first down.
This has been a pretty impressive drive, especially considering looked like he might have to come out of the game. He was hobbling so bad, but he's been able to make some really nice passes.
It will be another first down into the Murphy Auto Group red zone.
He's making just his second start at quarterback, is Grissom.
Timeout, North Augusta.
And North Augusta will take a timeout here as Lakeside has driven all the way to the 15-yard line. That'll give us a chance to tell you to stick around at the half for the Eichels Law Firm halftime show. As Kira told you, she'll have some special guests. We'll take a look at our host school for tonight, Lakeside High School. One of the special programs here at Lakeside.
Also some big games around the area tonight. We'll take a look at some scores.
Particularly the one that I want to keep an eye on is that Midland Valley Silver Bluff game, which involves a big name transfer on both sides of the football. Trayvon Dunbar, of course, famously transferred from Silver Bluff to Midland Valley. All that coming up, plus your first half highlights on the Michaels Law Firm halftime show. But we've got 80 seconds here with Lakeside knocking on the door.
Yeah, that Silver Bluff Midland Valley game, a battle of unbeatens. Certainly one of the better matchups of the night, one of the better games in South Carolina. And also the early, you could argue maybe the early favorites for defensive and offensive player of the year. You got Jordan Boyd, last year's WJBF Defensive Player of the Year, and certainly off to a great start is Trayvon Dunbar from Midland Valley for maybe the offensive side.
You saw the matchups there, and we will see that Midland Valley team next week on Game Night Live. But this week, we've got much more to come from North Augusta and Lakeside as passes batted down and out of bounds.
I think that was Dawson Campbell who got his hands up and knocked that down. Let's see. I think it was 23 who did it. And it was. There he is.
Good look at the sophomore linebacker.
Well, minute 14, 2nd and 10. They need to get inside the 11 for a first down.
Grissom under pressure, gets out of it. See the flag fly in. And he'll come down at the 10, and that is likely to come back.
Yeah, likely going to be a hold on Lakeside.
Holding, offense, number 53, still 2nd down. T from here.
This is our first look at this new turf here at Lakeside.
Yeah.
Last time we were here was a couple of years ago when they had the natural grass, and we were actually lightninged out that night.
I was going to say natural grass and really bad weather, and they had to finish that game the next day over at North Augusta.
Nathan and I came here and took it in as spectators. But I'll tell you, I know you are a big proponent of the field turf. We'll get to that after this. Grissom had to get rid of it quickly. He does. It is complete to Thexton. Thexton, the big man, up to the 11-yard line. Gain of 14.
Yeah, close to the first down mark.
Very close. Going to be about 2 yards short.
Let's see. He's going to be close. Yeah, you would think I would like natural grass, like the old school, but there's something about the excitement of seeing this, and it looks so perfect and so pretty and so nice. The overhead shot you had earlier just looked so great. And obviously, financially, it schools are seeing that it makes sense.
Illegal man downfield is going to bring that play back.
There was a flag. Didn't see the flag come in. Yeah, it really looks good on television. I'll grant you that. And you know me, I love the natural grass. However, if there's one place I will grant you that needed a field turf, this is it.
Yeah.
Because with the rain we had, with the hurricane coming through on Tuesday or Wednesday, this field would be a swamp. You could have rain on shooting games for football Friday night over the years is, Grissom is going to be dragged to the turf, and down it goes DeAndre Basket, a junior lineman in there in the backfield.
Basket had 19 tackles coming into tonight.
But in my years shooting Lakeside games for football Friday night, if it rained on Monday, it was still going to be a mess on Friday.
Yeah, it sits down there by that creek, and it just is a swamp.
Well, this is 3rd down and a long way to go.
3rd and 30 and 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and Lakeside will just probably try to heave one for the end zone. And that's how the half will end. So what was a promising drive for the Panthers comes to an end, and that's kind of how the first half went for Lakeside, as North Augusta impressively holds a 24-7 lead at the break.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time. Please take advantage of our
All right, so stay tuned for the Eichels halftime show with Kira Goldstein, who is now standing on the field with the North Augusta head coach, Richard Bush.
Coach, I know we talked earlier this week about you wanting this to be a very physical football game. Can you tell me what you're pleased with so far?
We're running the football well. We have a big stop right there on defense. We bent a little bit, but we didn't break, so that was big. We just got to get off the field on 3rd down. We hurt ourselves a few times on defense. getting a penalty and not getting off the field. But we just got to continue to execute, continue to play. Pretty good first half. We just got to continue to play and do what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, Lakeside made a push at the end. What is going to be the plan moving forward, and what are going to be the keys to locking up, especially their run game?
You know, you got to tackle 8. You know, eight's elusive back there with the ball, and we got to continue to tackle the running back. We got to do a better job with our linebackers getting downhill and D-line making plays.
Thank you so much, Coach. Appreciate the time. Guys, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Game Night Live. We will now take a deeper look inside Lakeside's engineering department.
Hi, my name is Christopher Wyant. This is my 3rd full year teaching here at Lakeside High School in the Engineering and Technology pathway. The Engineering and Technology pathway is all about teaching the students that are going into the workforce what it would be like to be an engineer or a position that supports engineers, such as computer-aided design technician, manufacturing technician, or other related jobs that will get them prepared and ahead for those jobs.
I'd say that not only is the teacher really good, but you get the freedom to do whatever you want. It's a really fun experience because not only do you get to learn like a multitude of different types of engineering, you get to also apply it into your like real life skills.
My favorite aspect about this class has been being around people who have similar interests as me and being able to work with them and learn from them in a class where we're all working towards the same goal, which is learning more about engineering.
The big thing is this is a 3-year program, so the students get me for 3 years and it builds upon itself. So the first year they learn that problem-solving method and the foundations for engineering and technology. The second year they really learn how to use all the technical tools, such as the 3D printers and laser cutters. And then the third year we expand upon that and they get to learn more about project management and do both a team-based and an individual capstone project that lasts 9 weeks long, give them exposure to much larger projects like they might actually see in the real workforce.
My favorite part about this program is probably the freedom and ability to work with other people. It's like very project management based, so not only does it give you like those real life, real world skills, it also lets you have the freedom to build whatever you want.
One of the most interesting aspects is how broad the field is. There's so many little things that I can choose to focus on my career with and that I can choose to learn more about.
When we do projects, we always do it in the form of you're working for a company, you have a boss, I act as the boss of the teacher, or for one of the projects we actually bring in students from the special education department or outside the school, and they become the customer for the student designing some particular product to make their lives easier. So I meet with them as their boss for management interviews to check how they're doing, get them used to meetings and presenting to their superiors, as well as to their peers, and solve real-world problems.
I'm actually working on building an electric vehicle. So it's a full steel body, a wooden hull, and it's lithium-ion battery powered. Me and my team have been able to apply things like civil engineering and electrical engineering, which concepts we've learned in this class to be able to make this a functional go-kart.
We do have work-based learning students with different organizations. Just recently got a grant from the Savannah River National Labs. I've got one student working with John Deere in their mechanical engineering department, and I've got another student working with the Columbia County Water Utility doing a rotational program with them, getting exposure to all the different types of civil and water engineering in the county.
I'm here with my friend Jasmine Proctor from Payne College. And Jasmine, I know that Payne College has a very unique history and a lot of cultural significance as an HBCU in Augusta. Can you tell me a little bit about that history and why it means so much?
Absolutely. Payne College's history dates back all the way to 1882, where the college was founded to provide enrichment and higher education opportunities for Black and white students. And its cultural significance to me is special because I'm returning as an admissions recruiter and formerly a 2013 graduate of Payne College. So I'm an example, and I'm here as a vessel to represent what the college is currently doing and also how we're moving forward to be a beacon for PC.
It's such an important part of the community. Thank you so much for your time. Guys, we'll be right back. We'll be right back. I'm here with Columbia County School District Athletic Director Chris Hughes. And Mr. Hughes, can you tell me a little bit about why athletics is so important to the Columbia County area?
Well, all of our extracurricular activities, it gives kids another outlet, and it's just important to our community, to our parents, and to our kids, and they just enjoy. Our numbers are up, participation's up in all of our activities, whether it's drama or band, ROTC, athletics, and we put on a good product here in Columbia County.
Can you tell me a little bit about why you enjoy being the athletic director at Columbia County?
Well, I get to deal with all of our coaches, and it's great to see our athletes work so hard and then to accomplish a goal. It's something I always enjoyed growing up, and in my professional and career, it's something that I've enjoyed seeing these kids flourish.
And what is your favorite event to go to? Is it the Friday night games, or tell me if you have a favorite event, tell me what it is.
Well, I don't want to say anything that's going to get me hemmed up, but all of our athletics here are we have some great basketball teams that are nationally ranked. We have some really good spring sports, but there's something about a Friday night football game that's just special.
Isn't there just? Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. Guys, we're going to send it out to the band. They are about to begin performing. I am here with Specialist Ethan Hitchner and Sergeant Cooper from the Georgia National Guard. And Ethan, I know that you joined while you were still in high school. Can you tell me a little bit about why you made that decision?
They offered 100% college tuition, which I'm currently using to afford my bachelor's degree in criminal justice with a minor in psychology. And it just gives you that sense of accomplishment, knowing that you're serving your country.
And I know that education is a huge thing. Can you tell me a little bit about how you've benefited from that?
Yes, ma'am. So over the last 11 and a half years, I've gone on and received 2 associate's degrees, one in criminal justice, the other one in criminal science. And I'm currently working on my bachelor's. Got about a year left with that. All of it's been 100% paid for through the Guard, through tuition assistance, which we offer, as well as the GI Bill and scholarships that I received when I first enlisted during high school as well.
That's such an important option. Thank you both. And then last question, I just want to ask you, if someone is interested in joining, what would you tell them about why they should join?
Go Guard.
Go Guard. Thank you both so much for your service. We appreciate it. Guys, we're going to send it back up to you in the booth. Actually, we're going to send it to break. We'll be right back.
(24-7) is our score at the half. North Augusta over Lakeside, but this is just one of the many big matchups across the area tonight, AB.
Yeah, absolutely, and one of the biggest games we had now was Midland Valley Silver Bluff. I thought that talented big defense from Silver Bluff would be able to slow down Midland Valley, but the Mustangs lead it 21-7. John, they're trying to go 3-0 for the first time since 1998.
Wow.
Under Clayton Criswell back then. Also, Harlem, man, I thought this would be a tight game, but I like maybe Elbert County to win. Harlem is all over them, 20-0. Gilbert leads South Aiken 28-21. Aquinas playing a very good Savannah Country Day team. They lead at 12-7. Greenbrier jumped out in front of Evans, but the Knights have tied it. They're tied at 7. ARC, well, that Josie team really struggling. 28-0 Musketeers. And Strom Thurmond taking out some aggressions this week on Aiken as they are pounding the Hornets. And we've got no score reported yet in that Thompson-Grovetown matchup.
Keep the scores up there for a second, fellas, if you could. Nope, never mind. There we go. Thank you in the truck. Really, really good job on the fly. Just curious, AB, who did you pick in the Midland Valley Silver Bluff game?
Silver Bluff.
And who did you pick in the Elbert County?
Elbert County.
Okay, we can move on.
Wait, you can go, where's North? Oh, this game. Yeah, look.
Oh, yeah, you picked Lakeside here, too.
See, John, you're just like everyone else. I was 9-1 last week. You didn't mention it.
Nope. That's what have you done for me lately?
That's fine with me. I deserve it. This was a bad week. And I had Savannah Country Day in the Aquinas game. If you can't go over 500 picking high school football, then
it's
might
tough.
need to quit.
It's a grind.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at our first half stats.
Well, yeah, I mean, you look at it, it looks very close there. Actually, Lakeside has an advantage statistically in terms of yardage. A lot of that came on that last drive. Everything pretty close, but the big key, that turnover for Lakeside was a touchdown for North Augusta on a bad snap on a punt. And then also Nathan brought up a really key stat that's not on your screen, and that is the average starting position on the field. North Augusta starting at the 47, Lakeside starting at their own 21. That is a huge difference. A lot of that coming from two nice Beans Hunt returns, one a 52-yard kick return.
Yeah, and apologies, that pass and rush should be flipped for Lakeside. It was 95 rush, 65 pass.
So, again, 160 yards total offense for Lakeside, and they're down 17 points.
So let's take a look real quick at how we got where we are in the first half highlights. And it started off with Beans Hunt.
Great return by Beans Hunt here, 52 yards, setting up North Augusta with great field position. He got some good blocking up front, made a couple of nice cuts. They're a great stiff arm on the kicker. And, again, he was all the way into Lakeside territory with that one. And North Augusta made it count. There was the quarterback, Corey Tillman, on a nice keeper up the middle for a first down. And this was the big throw. He had a miscommunication in the secondary, left Beans Hunt wide open for the touchdown.
Hunt with 119 all-purpose yards in the first half.
Here was a nice run by Caleb Jackson. They caught North Augusta blitzing from the opposite side. This time just a good hard-nosed run by B.J. Grissom. But a lot of fighting up front by North Augusta. And again, North Augusta's defensive front doing a good job. That was Bryce Tillman. He made several big plays in the game. And here's Beans Hunt again, but a beautiful open field tackle by Patel. And then Corey Tillman rolling out, and this was a really nice pass downfield and a good catch by Connor Brown, who had a couple of nice catches in the first half.
And that set up the Yellow Jackets' last score, and so it's 24-7 North Augusta, but Lakeside will receive the opening kickoff when we return. Thanks for watching the Eichels Law Firm Halftime Show.
All right, Coach, can we talk a little bit about the atmosphere before we get into game stuff? Can you talk about what it's like being out here tonight?
All right, this is a fun atmosphere. This is just awesome. Lakeside football, Lakeside fans, the school, nothing better than this.
I know you told your guys at the half that you've been in worse spots than this. What is going to be the key to bounce back from this deficit in the second half?
The key is just to play and have fun. Right now, I think first half they just put so much pressure on themselves to perform, and now you just go out and have fun and just finish this game like we know how we can do.
When you got a guy like Beans Hunt on the other side of the ball, he's got 119 yards so far. What's going to be the key to locking him up?
Right now, we're just getting guys in the wrong spots. We'll be able to control him in the second half if we get those guys in the right spots.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Coach, for the time. Appreciate it. Guys, up to you.
All right, Kira, thanks. An interesting comment there from Coach Hibbets. It's like it's about getting the guys in the right spots.
Yeah.
It's hard to control a guy like Beans Hunt, but
when you're not, you got assignment football on special teams. You're supposed to run in certain lanes, and when you get out of a lane, it opens it up, especially for dangerous return men like Beans Hunt.
Well, hopefully you enjoy the dulcet tones of Steve Perry as the loudspeaker here at Lakeside is right outside our broadcast.
What kind of
booth.
speaker did you say it was?
Loudspeaker. And when the door is open to the press box, you will know it. So 24-7.
Yeah, we can get the QBs by the quarter in.
Let's go ahead and
for
knock
the second
that out,
quarter.
as brought to you as always by Culpeper Ace Hardware Lumber.
Tillman for North Augusta was 4 of 5 in the first half for 75 yards and a touchdown. He also had 3 attempts rushing for 16 yards. And Grissom for Lakeside, sorry about that. Grissom was 8 attempts, 51 yards and a touchdown, and was also 7 of 9 for 65 yards.
Yeah, Grissom had a pretty good game, but they had a couple drives stall. Yardage-wise, you look at every statistical metric and it looks like a close game, but North Augusta has made things count, and that is why. And their special teams have been big, and that's why they're up by 17 points. Lakeside will get the ball to start the second half.
I was going to say the good news for the Panthers is they'll be on the prowl to start the second.
Yeah, maybe they saw some things when they started opening up, throwing the football late in the half.
Well, hey, they're playing Don't Stop Believin'. Maybe that's an appropriate song choice for Lakeside. Well, not the most auspicious start for North Augusta to the second half.
You don't see that very often.
I don't think I've ever seen
I don't know I've ever seen that coming out of a half.
a delay of game coming out of halftime will back the Jackets up. Now, the thing with the Jackets is you have that man right there, Jack Stevens, who can probably boot it through the end zone from there anyway, so
it may not matter.
Shouldn't really matter, but we'll see. Well, a short kick instead.
Yeah.
And the Panthers still on his feet.
That's Saquon Marshall, I believe.
Yeah, and he's going to be all the way up to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, that's a great run. Oh, it was
Actually,
Ty Jones.
Ty Jones, yeah.
Great return by Jones.
So Jones takes it from his 5 all the way up to the 27, return of 22 yards. And that's where the Panthers will set up shop here to begin the third quarter of play.
Grissom's running a little better, not limping as he was towards the end of the first half.
He had 51 yards rushing in the first half in the touchdown. Yeah, first down, they'll keep it on the ground.
Yeah, nice run up the middle. They pick up about almost 5 yards on the play. Here's Caleb Jackson, the running back.
So if you're Lakeside, you can't get 17. It's Captain Obvious here, but you can't get 17 points back in one drive. But
yeah,
you just got to start biting it off in little chunks here.
Yeah, you'd love to get points here this opening drive, and then put it on your defense. The offense did the job. Let's see if we can get a stop. The first thing you got to do is get this third down conversion, though.
Yeah, Caleb Jackson, good tough run, but he's going to be a yard short.
They've run that sneak a couple times and gotten 4 or 5 yards every time they've run it.
Well, let's see if they do it again with Grissom. He's going to stay in the shotgun this time.
Well, we'll see after the penalty flag.
Legal substitution.
So not the cleanest start to the second half.
Well,
and that'll drive coaches nuts.
Yeah, backbreaker there. You're 3rd and 1.
He's already lined up.
And again, this.
So you go from
third down.
3rd and 1.
That's what I mean. When you look at the stats, John, it's a very close matchup, but the penalties in at opportune times, the turnovers in at opportune times, and that's why you're down 17 and now facing a 3rd and 6.5 instead of 3rd and 1.5.
Lakeside had 6 penalties in the first half. And yeah, from 3rd and 1 to 3rd and 7.
You just change everything. I mean, you were going to probably run a quarterback sneak or, run any kind of running play you wanted to, and now you probably got to throw it. And not only that, North Augusta knows you're going to throw it. A lot different when you're catching them off guard. And it looks like they're going to come after the quarterback here.
They do. He gets rid of it quickly, and the pass is batted down.
That's called jumping the route right there, my friends. Wow.
And for the second time tonight, it is Trayshawn Quiller.
Yeah, Quiller did an excellent job of reading that and jumping in front of the receiver there. The intended target, I believe, was number 14, Solomon Humphreys. There's a flag down, though. Lakeside did a good job picking up the blitz there. But I think still, because of the blitz, they rushed the throw a little bit. I think it's going to be a penalty on North Augusta.
Big break for
that's
the
huge.
Panthers. Huge break.
It's on North Augusta's bench. Odd call.
Here you see the pass broken up by Quiller. But not going to matter because Lakeside gets the big gift first down up to its own 48-yard line.
Now both coaches are incredibly angry.
That is a huge penalty. Wow. We've seen a few big ones that kept a drive alive for Lakeside in the first half. And another nice run on first down.
And Jackson again. Jackson for 4.
I wonder if this is the referees are trying to get a little control here. After the play, you had a North Augusta player, and let's see if he's the one that's whistled for this personal foul. I'm not sure if that's
that ball foul, unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense.
At the end of the play,
1-8.
They say 1-8. I thought it was 1-6, but I could be wrong. At the end of the play, he was basically just kind of pushing the Lakeside player into the ground and then standing over him and talking a little bit.
Well, that's about 40 yards worth of penalties.
Yeah.
On North Augusta.
They had Lakeside in a bad situation, 3rd and long, and way back in their own territory.
And now it's Panthers. 1st and 10 at the North Augusta 34-yard line.
Well, these are the kind of breaks you've got to take advantage of.
Oh, boy, speaking of breaks.
Oh, they got a lucky bounce
Grissom
there.
In all sorts of trouble. He'll be brought down by DeAndre Baskett. We get credit for the tackle.
Now, he loses a bunch of yardage, but, boy, they got lucky. This ball bounced right up into his gut.
You know, that doesn't happen on a natural grass field.
True. Probably right. Well,
and I kid a little bit, but, you know, the natural grass fields had that crown, and the field turf is flat.
Well, they lost 9 yards on that play.
So it's going to be 2nd and about 22.
Actually, yeah, they lost more than that. Lost 13.
They'll just try to get some of it back with Grissom. And he gets to the 40-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd and 15.
Both teams sort of shooting themselves in the foot on this drive. First it was North Augusta, and then Lakeside had all these great opportunities, and then they make some mistakes.
3rd down and about 16 for the Panthers.
You just got to think you got 2 plays. Cut this in half.
Yeah. North Augusta played a very good first half. The special teams I keep harping on because it really stood out to me. But
Grissom wants to throw, has to get rid of it. It's going to be incomplete.
Now what do you do in this spot of the field?
Kent Nugent one call, that's all moment here early in the second half for Steve Hibbets because you are 4th and 15 from the 40.
I think you got to pin them back. I know the score you think go for it, but gosh, what are the odds of you getting 4th and 15? You know, your defense has not done a good job stopping them, though, so I can see going for it. But
I would say in years
would
past,
punt. Yeah.
Lakeside, I would say absolutely kick the ball, but the way they throw it this year.
Do you try and slip it to that tight end down the middle again?
Yeah, Thexton across the middle would be a good play. Let's see what they do. First, you got to have time to
Definitely
throw it.
going for it. He does have a little bit of time and completes it to Grissom, but there's not a lot there. And again, at that spot on the field, it doesn't hurt you too much if North Augusta will take over at its own 32-yard line.
But it's a wasted opportunity, though, because of all the penalties.
It was tough for them scrambling, but the tight end was by himself on the entire left side of the field.
And, of course, that would be the opposite side of the field from where Grissom was rolling.
But when North Augusta gives you all that yardage with those penalties, you got to take advantage. I mean, in an even game, but especially when you're down 17 in the second half, that is a big hiccup for Lakeside there.
So the Jackets dodge a bullet and will take over. 1st and 10 from their 34-yard line. Now Tillman wants to throw. And a quick hitter complete to the 38. Nope, incomplete, they'll say. He was looking for
Noah Wyatt, I believe.
Yeah, Noah Wyatt.
And I think the defender actually knocked that ball out. Looked like Wyatt had it momentarily. It was Thexton who got in there and knocked it loose.
Thexton's had a nice game on both sides.
Yeah, he's a good player. Real big, strong kid.
Tillman, basically the same play. This time it is complete. This is Hunt, and there is a
holding in the backfield.
Another flag down. So, forget what you just saw.
Offense.
Now, both teams now approaching double digits in penalties.
And we had such a quick, clean first half. So far, this second half has been a flag fest.
It's 85 yards on penalties for North Augusta now.
Left tackle.
See number 77 here on the left side of your screen?
Offense, still second down.
That is Rod Collins. We don't get the chance to talk about offensive linemen a lot unless they do something wrong. He is 6'3", 330 pounds.
Well, and he's not as big as number 65. That's a big old line. I said that in the pregame that North Augusta would have him outsized up front.
Collins getting some college looks. And speaking of 76, Manny Jordan in on the play there for North Augusta.
Yeah. Number 65, Malcolm Gaston, the left tackle. When you look at him, he's a 10th grader. 65 right there.
Are you telling me you don't want to be behind them in the pregame meal line? Is that what you're telling me?
No, absolutely not. I don't want to be in front of him on a football field either. That's a big old boy, just a 10th grader.
3rd and a whole bunch, 19 yards. The line to make is the 44-yard line. Tillman will throw it there, and it is broken up, almost intercepted.
Number 20.
Nice play by Bryce Rolland, a senior defensive back, to break it up.
Well, Lakeside's defense holds and going to force a punt here. They didn't do that in the first half. And yeah, Tillman had plenty of time. That was a nice play by the defender, trying to get it to his big target, Connor Brown.
But you know what North Augusta did there that I like? They threw it to the first down marker.
Yep.
Nothing I hate more than throwing it short of the line to make.
Yeah, we saw that last week on a pass play that Laney had on a fourth, is either third or fourth? No, it was a fourth, where they had to get to the down marker, and they threw it to C.J. Holmes, and he ran his route 2 yards past the line, so made sure he got the first down.
First punt of the night for North Augusta?
Yeah, on to kick for the first time is Seth Vaughn, and we've talked so much about Jack Stevens. Seth Vaughn, one of the better punters.
Timeout!
But you'll have to wait to watch him ply his trade as we have a North Augusta timeout with 8:16 left in the third quarter.
One of the captains on the Lakeside team is Dylan Usry, and just 11 months ago, he had a very serious injury. On his way home, he swerved to avoid a deer on the road and ended up going off into the woods, hitting a large tree. He broke his tibia and fibula, as well as his wrist, and tore a lot of the tendons in his wrist. But with his toughness, he started rehabbing almost immediately. When I talked to Coach about him, he said he's such a leader and that he's really brought a lot of intensity and camaraderie to the team.
Well, we haven't called Usry's name. By the way, we talked about Seth Vaughn, what a great punter he is. That's a heck of a kick.
Why special teams continue to be the key for North Augusta.
And it'll back Lakeside all the way up to its 22. We haven't called Dylan Usry's name tonight yet, but he has been named a permanent captain, as Kira alluded to, for this Lakeside team. And just, I mean, the fact that he's even on the field after what happened last year is a testament to his character. He was back in the weight room, they said, just a couple of months after having his shin bone and calf bone both broken, tore all the tendons in his wrist. And an inspiration, I know, to this Lakeside team.
Yeah, one of the leaders up front.
You get the stop there, and then they drop a 53-yard punt on it.
53 yards.
Yeah.
There may not be a better team in this area at special teams.
Yeah, you're
at least
right.
in the kicking game than North Augusta. However, the Panthers trying to get it all back, and instead it will be picked off by Jordan Rouse.
Jordan Rouse gets the pick. And you're talking about the special teams. Yeah, and you throw Beans Hunt in as a return man too. But, yeah, this ball, he threw it up. It looked like, did the receiver fall down? Yeah, the receiver fell. It was just overthrown, though. And the safety man back there makes a big play for North Augusta.
And the Yellow Jackets will have good field position at their own 44-yard line.
Yeah, Jordan Rouse, also just a 10th grader. A lot of Rouses have come through North Augusta. And there's their version of the turnover chain. If you didn't see it, that was pretty good stuff. And again, Lakeside, turnovers, special teams, the little things are the difference tonight. They're doing the key thing, you know, but these little things add up.
So Tillman to work on first down, and
it's Doe, I believe.
Yeah, Doe, who runs like a deer for 5 yards. I've been saving that one all night.
Well, now you have to worry about, as this game goes on, does this big North Augusta line start to wear down Lakeside's defensive front? They're giving up a lot of pounds up there.
Jackets into Lakeside territory from the 47. Again, Doe. This time, Lakeside knocks him back. Maybe one.
Yeah, good job up front that time by Lakeside for sure.
Yeah, so I was a little shocked on that first possession they had of the half that they came out throwing so much. I thought they were trying to, with the big lean on them with that offensive line.
Yeah.
Well, if you're Lakeside, big third down here.
Oh, huge third down. You've got to force them, and really where it's at in the field, they're probably not going to kick a field goal, so you may be able to force a punt if you can get a stop.
Tillman wants to throw, and it's wide.
And it looked like he was going to wall tower there.
Tillman was 7 of 12 in the first half with the touchdown toss.
Corbin Velez with the coverage there, by the way. Sorry, John.
So, no, your Lakeside does what it needs to do and gets off the field with 6:40 to play in the third quarter.
But the luxury of a high school team, we see it all the time, teams that don't have a great kicker or don't have a kicker at all or don't have a punter. North Augusta has both, and it makes a difference. And now you've got a punter that may be able to pin them deep. We saw it last night in the college game. That Utah punter was outstanding last night. Early front runner for the Ray Guy Award maybe in college football.
Vaughn kicked it 53 yards last time. They can do that again here. He'll pin Lakeside deep, but first we have a flag. And another delay of game. Now, you wonder if that's to give him a little bit more room.
Yeah, this one doesn't hurt you a whole lot. You got a punter that can really boom it. This gives him a little more room to kick it, full punt instead of have to take some off of it. It's kind of like you, John, when you want to hit a full wedge. You don't want to hit that 80, percent shot. You want to go ahead and hit that full shot.
It's going where? Oh, trouble on the snap. Huge play for Lakeside. BJ Grissom in there, the first man to get him.
Well, that's the first miscue on special teams for North Augusta. And you're right, Grissom gets back there, and Lakeside's going to have really nice field position as they flip the field with that play.
Yeah, 35-yard line is where the Panthers will take over. So a huge turn of events as the Panthers got off the field on third down, or on fourth down. They get the turn, the big loss on the punt, and now take over deep in North Augusta territory, but some of the best starting field position they've had all night. Again, the Panthers were averaging starting around their 25-yard line.
Yeah, that was Jackson.
Caleb Jackson to the 33-yard line, I should say. Pickup of 2.
I tell you, I like the kicks from the Lakeside quarterback. Some Jordans on there, maybe?
Got an NIL deal?
Georgia's one of the 20 or so states that don't allow it for high schoolers.
Well, he's in trouble this time, and down he goes. Grissom will be sacked. That was DeAndre Green. There is a flag.
Wow. And you're going to have a penalty on Lakeside. Or actually, it might be offsetting. Let's see.
53. Yep.
Steve Billman, our official.
We got 2 fouls on the play. We got unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense. We got unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense. We're down. We got third down. It's going to be third down.
And I think they were the same 2 players that were involved earlier. I know at least one of the 2 was involved earlier in the play where it was a penalty. So a little bit of pushing and shoving going on between some of the linemen.
So 3rd and 13 after all of that from the 41-yard line.
Well, Lakeside's number 53, Gus Vonberg, he was the one pushed earlier, and this time he was doing the pushing, but something happened to him also because it was offsetting, but he was the guy that sort of jumped on a North Augusta player after the play.
Well, let's see what Steve Hibbets has in his playbook for this. You would assume 2-down territory, but we shall see. Grissom looks to the sideline for further instruction. Jackson. Well, now it's definitely 2-down territory as he'll be about a yard shy.
Wow, that was a really gutsy call to call the running play there, and they pick up nice yardage, but it's going to be 4th and short.
Picked up about 9. 4th and 4. And Steve Hibbets will leave the offense on the field.
Yeah, I mean, I think they've been running it more than I would think in these spots, but I think here you got to give the quarterback a chance. Let him drop back and then let him scramble. That's kind of been their best offense at times. Let him make a decision. If he doesn't have a receiver, maybe he can break off a run and get the first down.
And again,
play clock to 2.
Possible change in the play. And yeah, Nathan points out, just barely beat the play clock. Running for his life is Grissom. He's going to have the first down and then some inside the Murphy Auto Group first down, or red zone to the 19-yard line. Great run.
Yeah, did a great job holding onto the football at the end of that play. Exactly what we said. Let him look. If he doesn't have a receiver, see if he can scramble, and he does a great job in the open field there. And look at the end of this play. They're trying to rip that football loose. He did a terrific job holding on to the ball.
Move the chains for the Panthers.
Yeah, this changes the game a little bit if they're able to punch it in here.
Down 17 with 4:14 and now less than that to play here in the third. Jackson powers ahead inside the 15.
He kind of flips over one of the North Augusta defensive men, number 99. That is Malachi Morale.
Another very large individual.
Yeah, he's another one you don't want to get behind on the way to the food, the buffet.
The lunch lady at North Augusta knows him on a first-name basis.
I got to go to North Augusta. Apparently, there's a lot of good restaurants there. Kid after my own heart.
That'll be just shy of the first down marker.
Lakeside may
third
have
and 1.
Lakeside may have got lucky there. Number 77, their lineman, after the play. We've seen it a lot on both sides, kind of pushing after the play, and they got away with it there because it was definitely after. That is Ayon Sharferdine. Big fella.
Yeah, he's 6'6", and only played 2 years of football, but he's already a college prospect. Panthers need to have 2 plays to get 1 yard. Now they're going to have 1 play to get about 8.
Well, Grissom did a good job to avoid the first guy that hit him right there, but unable to, get around the second, and then a host of Jackets come to wrap him up.
Yeah, I think they're going to go field goal here. They're down 17, so 3 scores.
We've talked about the history of great kickers here at Lakeside. It's William Brandenburg, a sophomore, on to attempt.
Well, for the last 4 years,
34-yarder.
It's been Will Hadaway. They've had the kicking under control. He started as a freshman, but there you see Ty Jones looking to the sidelines. Now, hey, keep an eye, because Ty Jones, I'm not saying they'll fake it here, but Ty Jones, if they do, a former quarterback and super quick, he is the holder.
Jones will hold. Brandenburg will kick. And he's good from 34 yards out. And Lakeside is the first to hit the scoreboard here in the third quarter, cutting the deficit to 14-24 to 10. All right, AB, we mentioned earlier that you are a 1989 graduate of Lakeside High School, which brings us to our BrandSmart USA trivia question.
I do not like
for the night. And the question is, 1989.
You can't go back that far. I'm so old.
Think back. What was the top grossing movie at the box office in the United States in the year 1989?
That is so hard.
I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
I will be honest. I guessed it before I even looked it up.
Really?
I did.
Wow.
So I will pat myself on the back a little bit. However, I will say it's not even close to my favorite movie of 1989. 1989 was a great year for movies. We'll go through that a little bit.
All right. Well, I think I think Dances with Wolves was later. I want to say that was a couple of years later.
Nathan has already guessed Top Gun. That is not correct.
No, Top Gun was earlier, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Man, that's tough there. 89.
We'll have the answer for all of you in the fourth quarter. No cheating out there.
I wasn't worried about movies then. I was worried about getting out of school.
Little onside kick action. Did not catch the Jackets sleeping, and North Augusta will take over at the Lakeside 49-yard line.
Well, here's where your defense has to really step it up. You give them good field position here. I don't mind the chance you're taking there, but now the defense has to realize that this is a huge possession.
I know it's easy to second guess, but I don't like it for the simple reason that if you count the snap yardage for North Augusta, they have -7 yards in the third quarter. Your defense is playing incredible.
And now Lakeside's defense in a bit of a rough spot here. And Steve Hibbets wants to take a timeout.
Yeah, this is a really big possession here. Take the timeout. Let your remind your defense. This is where we need one of you guys to step up and make a play.
Well, North Augusta, we mentioned, has been around. This school opened in 1910. It was the 101st season of high school football at North Augusta. They have won 3 state championships over the years in 1957, 1960, and 1989.
I was going to say, speaking of 1989, and if I'm not mistaken, that year they started the season 0-5, maybe?
Yeah, it's been a while, but 1989 was a big year. But how about the other programs at North Augusta High School? It is a school of champions. The North Augusta Lady Yellow Jackets have won 6 state titles 5 state titles, I should say, in the last 7 years. Softball won it last year. Golf won it this spring. 17 state titles across 8 sports for North Augusta.
And the boys basketball team was 27-1 this year. So, yeah, it's just a remarkable run. And there you see on the right side the head coach, Al Young, who is a
legend,
former Pittsburgh Steeler.
Yes, sir.
He came off the play during the Immaculate Reception. He was the other player ran in the play, and he came off the field.
I did not know that.
During the Immaculate Reception.
Tillman, big gain on first down. Pickup of 8.
And Al Young's had a couple of sons that were great football players here at North Augusta, Anthony Young and Andre Young, who both went on to play big-time college football.
One at Wake Forest.
And I think one ended up at, was it Vandy and then Illinois maybe? Or flip-flop them maybe, Illinois then Vandy.
2nd and 3, they give him 6 on first down, and this is going to bring up a 3rd down, 3rd and short. Fourth and 1. Well, 4th and 2.
I'm still amazed how you got the movie right. It's crazy. You were a freshman. You were an 8th grader.
You know, I'll be honest with you. I was in, it was my freshman year of high school, and I just remember that everybody, it was right as the school year was ending, and how about this play from the Lakeside defense into the backfield with a vengeance, Corbin Velez.
And also there you see the big fella, Justin Barnes.
That's a big play because instead of 4th and short now, you have 4th and it's going to be about 6. Well, now they keep moving the yard marker, so it's going to be 4th and 4. But I remember everybody wanted to see this movie in the summer of '89. I'll give you that hint.
Do you like going for it here and not punting them deep, AB? Is this a little bit of frustration here, but because they've been stuffed so much in the second half?
I don't know. I think you punt it. I know they just had a miscue on the snap.
Receiver fell down.
Turnover on downs, so it works out for Lakeside. The Panthers will take over at the 43-yard line with 16 seconds left here in the 3rd. They're playing the Rocky theme. It's also not Rocky. That's another hint for you, maybe.
It's not Rocky?
It's definitely
well, and
not
it's
Rocky.
also not what I was thinking, because I can't imagine all the kids wanted to go see Ghost.
You did.
I was just thinking Patrick Swayze, Ghost or Dirty Dancing, but it wouldn't be one of those that the kids wanted to go see.
Patrick Swayze does not make an appearance in this film.
All right. Well,
I can't tell you who does. That'd be obvious.
No, I think I have my guess, but I don't. For some reason, I'm thinking this movie was earlier, but that's what I'm going with because I just can't think of what it would be.
Big drive for Lakeside. Tillman still on his feet up near midfield.
Yeah, I do remember Top Gun was earlier.
Top Gun was 86.
Yeah.
Kira Goldstein from the sidelines tells us that she also guessed Top Gun, so we're 0 for 2 so far. All right, we're 3/4 of the way home. North Augusta leads 24-10, Lakeside driving. They're lighting up Panther Stadium in the student section, and we will be in another great student section next Friday night on Game Night Live, as we will be in the Valley, Mustang Valley, from Midland Valley and Harlem, maybe.
Yeah, and we could be there. They could be 3-0 if they hold on tonight, and they do lead. They would be 3-0 for the first time since 1998. Harlem also leading tonight, so we could have 2 unbeatens next week for sure.
We hope for a battle of unbeatens there, and Ty Jones ran about 30 yards to pick up to lose 2.
Well, throw everything out, man. Greenbrier was up at the end of the 3rd quarter on Evans 21-10. I don't think anybody saw that coming. It's now 21-17 with 8:23 to go. Evans trailing.
It has been a rough couple of years for Greenbrier, but boy, that would
win that
make everything feel better if they can beat their arch rival.
What's the worst week you've ever had, AB, picking games this could be?
This could be it. I don't know that I've ever been below 500. This could be it.
3rd and 4th in the Lakeside 49.
And just letting me know, man, it's maybe time to call it quits, boys. Plus, his trivia question was so long ago, 89. Seems like a century. Well, it was over a quarter
Grissom
century.
escapes. He's still going to be short.
That was 44 years ago.
Wow. Now I need to sit down.
Yeah. Is that right?
34.
34. Oh, gosh. I was about to say.
I feel much
I'm
better.
eliminating a lot of actors that I was thinking about. There's no way.
Boy, talk about your big fourth downs.
Yeah.
4th and 1 from the North Augusta 48-yard line.
Yeah.
Panthers
huge.
trailing by 14.
Huge play.
Trying to keep the drive alive. The sneak.
Yeah.
They'll have it. First down, Lakeside.
They picked up some good yardage there.
Some pushing and shoving after the play. No flags.
For that first down, John, let's go ahead and sneak into the third quarter. QBs by the quarter. For Lakeside, Grissom is now 8 of 12 for 71 yards. He did have the interception. He's ran the ball 13 times for 45 yards and a touchdown. Tillman for North Augusta, 7 of 12, 75 yards and a touchdown passing, has added 34 yards on the ground.
From the 44, Jackson. He'll be close to another first down at the 35.
Nice run there. He was knocked down hard at the end of the play, but a really nice run.
Pickup of 9. And Jackson will have the first down. So an effective drive now for Lakeside. They pushed it all the way to the North Augusta 33-yard line.
They got a player hurt for Lakeside, it looks like.
There you go. Looks like that is Chance Whittle, a senior offensive lineman. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside for a second.
More than 20 years since 9/11, and the Tunnel to Towers Foundation is still doing great work for our veterans and first responders. How you can help. Plus, the whole College of Business at Augusta University doing great things with our students. The Means Report.
They continue to tend to Chance Whittle, working on his lower leg. So while they tend to him, we will take this opportunity to answer our BrandSmart USA trivia question. Again, the question, AB is a 1989 graduate of Lakeside High School. What was the #1 movie at the box office in the United States in 1989?
All right, I was thinking Back to the Future, but I think it was earlier. And I'm worried this movie might have been a year or two earlier, but I'm going to go Beverly Hills Cop, Eddie Murphy.
The answer is...
Oh.
Michael Keaton, Jack Nicholson.
Jeez.
As Chance Whittle
Batman.
comes off, he's not able to walk under his own power.
I did not even consider any of those kind of movies.
But it is a good sign that he's up
Yeah, good to
and
see
moving.
that.
So Batman grossed $251 million. Number 2 was Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. 3, Lethal Weapon 2. 4, Rain Man. And 5, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Man, there were some good movies. Rain Man.
Well,
Rain Man's a great
but here's the thing. None of the top 5 were even the best top 5 movies of 1989. How about Dead Poets Society?
Yeah.
Field of Dreams?
Oh, gosh, Field of Dreams.
Major League,
Yeah.
and my personal favorite, Christmas Vacation.
You know what? Christmas Vacation was 89. Wow. And Beverly Hills Cop, I guess, was earlier. 87?
I would guess somewhere in there, yeah.
Well, 2 and 2.
So Chance Whittle is able to put, it looks like a little bit of weight on that left leg. We'll have Kira check on his status. In the meantime, it is 1st and 10 for the Panthers at the 34-yard line. Grissom throwing again, completing again. This is Thexton, big
Tough
tight
customer.
end.
Yeah, I like Thexton. They put him in there to run the quarterback sneak sometimes, and he's a good blocker.
He'll move the chains again.
He's made a couple of nice plays on defense tonight.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. Panthers going tempo now with 9:13 and less than that to go here in the ball game.
The score here, though, gets it real interesting, real quick.
Well, you know, we had a thriller here a couple of years ago with Lakeside and Greenbrier that came down to the last possession.
I remember that. Brooks Pangle with a long touchdown pass in that game.
It'll be another first down for the Panthers.
Yeah, it was a big Lakeside comeback, and you thought they were going to pull it off, and then Pangle drove them down the field in less than a minute.
Yeah.
That might be the most dramatic game we've had on Game Night Live in the last 5 years or so.
Remember, Kevin Sapp kept scoring touchdowns for Lakeside, and then Davon Driscoll had the touchdown catch from Pangle.
Another tough run from Grissom. He'll be down inside the Murphy Auto Group red zone down to the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. They can get a first down without a touchdown. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line.
They quietly hung around here.
They're not going to need the first down.
Wow.
How about the touchdown for B.J. Grissom?
Good hard run up the middle. Good blocking by Lakeside. They sealed it right there. Really, they didn't seal the edge. They sealed the center. Like, kept everything on the left side, and really nice job up front.
We got a brand new ball game, guys.
Sure do.
Brandenburg for the point after to pull the Panthers within 7. Jackets came after it, but Brandenburg pokes it through. And with 8:23 left to play in the game, Lakeside is back within 7, 24-17. Lakeside back within a score. Here's how they got there, AB.
Yeah, B.J. Grissom, just a good hard run. Got the handoff from his brother and took it in.
So the brothers Grissom get Lakeside within 7. So we'll see what happens in this final 8:23. A lot of big matchups across the area tonight. You can catch all the highlights and scores on Football Friday night as Lakeside runs a quick sneak onside kick and surprised everybody except North Augusta.
I love it. Hey, what did Coach say at halftime? Have fun. Be loose. That's being loose right there.
And as North Augusta takes over, you referred to that halftime interview that Kira did with Coach Steve Hibbets, and he said he's got to play assignment football, get his defenders where they need to be to stop this North Augusta offense. We haven't heard Beans Hunt's name at all really in this second half. North Augusta, -1 total yards in the second half and no first downs.
Well, and it's showing confidence in your defense to even try that kick in that spot. I mean, Beans Hunt's been returning it about to that spot anyway, so why not try it?
Jackets will start from their 44. Tillman. Little trickeration. It will end up in the hands of Doe. And Doe, the play works all the way to the 35-yard line of Lakeside.
Yeah, that's one of those plays. You saw it coming, but it still worked out. They throw it over to Connor Brown, and he gets the little flip back to Doe. And Lakeside bid on it, and Ty Jones does a good job chasing him down, but not before he picks up nice yardage.
Yeah, 18 to be exact.
Now, that might be the shot in the arm the North Augusta offense needed.
North Augusta says we can have a little fun, too.
Yeah.
Flag is down. It will be Hunt. He'll be out of bounds at the 12, but hold everything. Lakeside coaches are pointing at North Augusta.
I love that play call, though, because they had Connor Brown set up in the same position as last play, and instead of going to him, they went deep. I love that play call.
So we got legal motion or either one? Okay. Legal formation on the offense, still first down. Take him back, legal formation.
Thought he was asking us for a second.
They may come back to that one, though, because they had multiple people open on that play.
So instead of a big gain, it'll back the Jackets up to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, 1st and 15. So if you're Lakeside, your defense needs another stop. You've been playing really well in the second half. Justin Barnes getting in there again.
Yeah, Doe with nowhere to go.
There he is. I told you, he's a, bully is a bad term now. I know that. But he's a bully. He's one of those guys. On the football field, it's okay to be a bully. Watch him. He's so quick for these big linemen to try and block, and he's able to just get through there and slow him down enough for everybody else to come over.
Yeah, he had 4 tackles for loss, 2 fumble recoveries, a touchdown, and a 25-yard catch.
Well, I had to
in
coach
Lakeside's first game.
Yeah, I had to coach against him in rec ball, and it was literally like, all right, what 2 or 3 people are going to block him on this play? Because we're going to need multiple.
Yeah, he's got an offer from Shorter College. What's not shorter is North Augusta's distance to get a first down. It is now 2nd and 17, and the quarterback slips in a huge break for Lakeside.
Well, I bet he's not a fan of the turf.
See? Well, if you're Richard Bush here, what do you draw up on 3rd and 27?
Well, I mean, I kind of like the play where you fake that reverse and throw it deep again.
I think it was something similar to what I think they were trying to run that last play, maybe 4 verticals of some kind.
Well, I like, though, the fake the little pass to Brown and just go deep to Hunt. I like that.
Well, no matter what, it's not going to happen now. Richard Bush is going to take his first time out of the second time out, I should say, of the second half and talk about it.
North Augusta, deserves a lot of credit, and we can talk them up. But I do have to say, man, Lakeside could have easily come out here in the second half and laid down. They were down 24-7, and instead they've made a game of it. And if they can get a stop here, get the ball back, they've got a chance to go down and tie this thing up. And I don't think a lot of people saw that coming at halftime.
Kira Goldstein has an injury update for us.
Yeah, guys, I went over and talked to Whittle, and he's still laying on the table. He's got ice packs on both the front and the back of his knee. He said that he landed on his knee and that there was also pressure applied from another player. It's unclear who that is, but he will not be returning to this game. As far as future games, we have no idea. That's going to be something that will be addressed at a later time.
Kira, thanks for that update. So 3rd and 27 for the Jackets. Line to make is the 28-yard line of Lakeside. And we mentioned Beans Hunt for the first time in this second half. The reverse not going very far. It is across midfield, and they'll give him forward progress up to about right at the 50. And so on 4th and a whole bunch, the Lakeside defense holds. And so Lakeside now down just 7. Going to get the ball back.
Yeah.
5:44, now less than that to try to come down the field and tie or take the lead.
As aggressive as they've called this second half with 2 onside kicks, how have a feeling if they score a touchdown here, they're going for 2 points?
I was just about to ask that because these non-region games, and of course this is different because you have a school from South Carolina and a school from Georgia. In Georgia, it's up to the coaches whether they would want to play overtime or not. And flag comes in. Horse collar is going to be the call. So tack on some more yards at the end. Lakeside's going to have great field position to start this drive. Look at that student section.
It had to be either horse collar or face mask or something. His head jerked back on that play. I think that was Ty Jones on the return. Yeah, that's such a tough call. It's easy to say go for the win. That's what I would love to do. But, man, when your players have fought back so hard, and then, the players want to go for it too. But, man, if you go for it and don't get it, as a coach, I know you feel bad that, after they fought so hard. But you're right. I think non-region, I don't see any reason you don't go for it.
The Atlanta Falcons had a preseason game like that this year where they were down the entire time, and Younghoe Koo kicked a long field goal to tie it at the very end. Of course, you don't play overtime in the preseason. It felt like a win. Steve Billman will tell us what's going on momentarily.
All right, here we go. We got 2 fouls. Go. Here we go. I got this one. Here we go. We got a horse collar
It's horse
on the
collar.
kicking team. Then we got a hold on the receiving team. Those penalties offset. We're going to re-kick 4th down.
Oh. Well.
So while we wait for the re-kick, we actually have some breaking news from the sideline. Kira.
Yeah, guys, you know, earlier this week, Augusta Christian's head coach Chris Thomas was fired, and they've been trying to figure out who's going to be the interim head coach. They've officially announced that the athletic director at Augusta Christian, Mark Etheridge, will be stepping in as head coach for the time being.
Kira, thanks for that.
I've had some folks texting me about that tonight, as a matter of fact. Wanting to know who was going to coach and what was going on.
And again, the former head coach of the Augusta Christian Lions is now on the sidelines for these Lakeside Panthers, Andy Stickle.
If they're replaying the down, the ball was on the 50.
Yeah, North Augusta got the benefit of about 5 yards there, didn't they?
Yeah, they spotted the ball wrong when they went back to replay that down.
Wow, that's a tough break for Lakeside.
Yeah, the Panthers are going to be backed up to their own 9-yard line.
Yeah, that's a tough break. He was standing where the punter was standing where basically about where the ball should have been, right?
He should have been at midfield.
Yeah.
They gave him extra 5 yards.
Well, every one of them's going to count in this one. North Augusta came out playing so well and getting it done on both sides of the ball and special teams, but in the second half, Lakeside's battled back.
So the Panthers down 7 and 92 yards away from it. So let's see what happens in the next 5:01. A huge play on first down. A first down and then some up to the 28-yard line.
You know, I said, would Lakeside get worn down by the big North Augusta line? Lakeside's maybe wearing them down a little bit as they're opening some big holes.
Caleb Jackson for 19. Lakeside moving quickly. And this time, North Augusta up to the task. DeAndre Baskett again. He has been a menace in the backfield tonight. Gain of 1.
This one's coming down to the wire. Under 4:20 to go now. Lakeside with the football down 7.
We have had some finishes on Game Night Live already this year. Here's another one. As Jackson picks up another 3 or 4, so it's going to be 3rd and 6.
DJ Bookart, who had 19 tackles on the season coming in tonight as well, and he did a good job of holding on to the runner there. Now the bigger back is back in there, Grissom. It's a huge play, 3rd down and about 6 or 7.
Need to get to the 38. They'll swing it out. Jones trying to use his speed, and he'll be dropped well short of the first down marker.
And that was Isaiah Weathersby, who had the touchdown on the bad snap earlier in the first half. He makes a nice play holding on to the very slippery Ty Jones there.
Well, now, if you're Steve Hibbett, this is the ultimate Ken Nugent one call, that's all moment. 3 minutes to play. You're down 7 and facing 4th and 6 from your own 32-yard line.
I mean, I think you have to go for it. I mean, wow.
2 timeouts.
They got 2 timeouts left. Now maybe they're going to try to draw them off and see if they can get a 4th and 1.
I was going to say, it still wouldn't be first. They're going for it. Grissom
Oh,
in trouble. And guess who? Once again, it is DeAndre Baskett, who may have just sealed the deal for North Augusta.
Yeah, big play by Baskett there.
So with 2:47 left, North Augusta will take over. And again, the Panthers do have 2 timeouts. But I would guess we're going to see a healthy dose of ground and pound from North Augusta. And the home crowd here has gotten very quiet all of a sudden. And some have begun to head for the exits. Barnes into the backfield for Lakeside on first down. He is a beast. So Lakeside will burn its second timeout with 2:39 to play. That'll give us a chance to remind you of Football Friday night coming up at 11:35 over on WJBF News Channel 6. Brendan Robertson, Graham Lee will have all the scores and highlights from across the area. A lot of huge matchups tonight in addition to this one. AB and I will wrap this one up as well. That's 11:35 over on WJBF News Channel 6. And one of these teams, and right now it looks like North Augusta, will want to catch the encore presentation of Game Night Live. It comes to you every week, same time, same channel, 12:30 Sunday afternoon, right here, or I should say over on WJBF News Channel 6. It's 12 noon, I should say. Give you a little early start. Get home from church, turn on some football.
The difficulty for Lakeside here is even if you can get the stop, they have such a great field goal kicker.
Yeah.
They could easily make it 2 possessions.
For sure.
They're blaring "Wanted Dead or Alive" on the loudspeaker here. We're about to find out which it is for Lakeside in the next 2:37 as North Augusta continues to burn clock, and Steve Hibbets is going to take his final timeout. So last time the Panthers can stop the clock with 2:33 left to play. One of those matchups we're keeping an eye on is that just up the road from us here, that big Columbia County rivalry, Evans and Greenbrier, and AB, a huge finish there as well.
Yeah, I mean, Evans was down pretty much the whole game. Greenbrier came out ready to play, and that's a Greenbrier team that everybody was talking about going to be way down, and a lot of people didn't give them a chance tonight going into Evans, but, man, they played their hearts out. Unfortunately for them, Evans was able to come back and get the victory. So big. There are going to be some games you'll want to tune in tonight to Football Friday night with Brendan, because there are some great games and some great finishes all around the area.
How aggressive are you getting here? Are you trying to just end it here? Or are you trying to maybe some kind of QB draw up the middle of Tillman?
Yeah, I mean, they haven't. Tillman has not been super effective running it in the second, and certainly in the second half. I don't know. And John's right. We haven't seen Beans Hunt that much in the second half at all, really.
What was the first thing you said there?
John's right.
I like that.
Do they go back to that play that you've talked about down the sideline they've had a couple of times?
Well, I mean, if you're going for the jugular, I would. I'm aggressive. I like that. But like you said, you've got a great kicker if in fact you don't get it. Yeah, and there's Beans. He's in there in the slot on the left.
Number 5 at the top left corner of your screen.
And they do have Connor Brown out to the far side, so they could see if they set up that same play.
So the game comes down to basically this. They will go and be aggressive, and Lakeside almost had the interception. They were going for Beans Hunt. Great call by Nathan and AB.
Well, and normally you would say, okay, no big deal, they didn't get the interception. There it is, because now you do have a chance for their field goal kicker to come on and make, maybe put this one out of reach. That one could have easily been picked off by a couple of Panthers. The first one right there, and then on the tip, that was Patel.
42-yarder.
He hit from 44 early in the game.
And he barely made it. Now,
it hit the crossbar.
He's got plenty of leg. I don't know if he got all that one, but let's see. This one might be for the game.
This would pretty much ice it for North Augusta, and it's good.
Yeah, he got all of that one. That was good from a few more yards out there. Hey, is he maybe the player of the game?
Yeah, no, I was about to look at you.
And we are debating in the booth and on the sidelines. Of course, we have the McDonald's offensive and defensive players of the game coming up after this, and it's not an easy choice. North Augusta's had a lot of players on both sides make big plays tonight. We also have our Powerade play of the game and our Georgia Health Department hit of the game. All that coming up after the next 2 minutes and 20 seconds tick away. Well, the weather was much nicer this week than last week, but it's still a long day of setting up and breaking down for our wonderful, wonderful crew. And we want to thank, as always, our director, Kyle Thomas, replay coordinator, Ben Price, on graphics for us, and assistant directing, Josh Recor. Audio is Jeff Singleton. On the cameras for us tonight, Katron Hugie, Kat Kingry, Dania Allaware, Gary Nipple. Working the sidelines for us, Lori Morrison, and the red cap who times us on the field, Scott Skadden. Back at Master Control, Jarrett Ledger. Back at Television Park. In the live truck, running the satellite, keeping us on television, is Will Baker. Production manager, Lauren Fitzgerald. And our timer in the truck tonight, Taylor Newton. To North Augusta with a 10-point lead and kicking it away. Ooh, that might be the Georgia Health Department hit of the game.
Maybe the hit of the year.
In fact, I'm pretty sure it's going to be. Let's take another look.
Hear the whole stadium sigh on that one.
Oh, and that was just perfect form as well. The form tackle there.
DJ Bookard.
DJ Bookard, man, that was a big hit. And it was a perfect hit, too. I mean, got the head to the side, did exactly, perfect form tackling. You could show that one on any seminar. That's the right way to hit somebody.
So North Augusta just trying to contain the big plays here. And we'll do a good job on first. Well, I say they're going to do a good job on first down, but somehow able to escape the pocket. Grissom stays on his feet all the way up to the 30-yard line.
And he scares me to death when he's doing this. Hold on to the football. But he's done it. You got to give him credit. He's done it. Look at how many times did he spin right here? There's one. There. No, he didn't spin the second time. Just broke to the outside. That's a great run. They had him. Several guys had a hand on him, but he was able to break free. It's been a good football game.
They'll go for it all and overthrow everybody. The receiver hit the ground. That was Jones back at the 45, but no flag.
That was a good no call. He ran up the back of the defensive back, slipped and fell.
The bad news for North Augusta is the clock stops at 1:43.
Also hearing our friends over at Westminster picked up a big win tonight, beating Windsor Academy 51-30. Don't want to give away all the scores, but
we'll have all of them on Football Friday.
That's right. That's why I don't want to give them all away now.
Now, that's an underrated, fun place to watch a game.
Yeah, it is.
We've done a few games there. Always a good time. Grissom. And, well, that would have sealed it, but it's incomplete. They're at 3rd and 10.
And that was DJ Bookard again, I believe. Was that? No, that was 18, excuse me, not number 10.
I was going to say Bookard making a late play for the McDonald's Defensive Player of the game.
That was Dante Bell.
.94 seconds left. Again, Lakeside out of timeouts. Grissom taken down at the 35. And so it all comes down to this. If Lakeside does not convert, the celebration can begin in North Augusta.
Yeah, and they'll go to 2-0 and be the Columbia County champs. Wins over Evans and Lakeside.
Under a minute now. It's complete to Jones. He'll have the first down. So a glimmer of life for Lakeside.
Yeah, on the last play, I was thinking the running back, if you're not going to get the first down, get out of bounds. That time Jones does. I'm telling you, if you hadn't seen this kid play basketball, it is worth it. He is a He's not going to wow. He's not going to score 30 points, but he might have 8 points, 11 assists, 9 rebounds, 5 steals, and just run. And nobody can press him. Fun player to watch.
Grissom, long, looking for Jones. It is picked off, and then
he
held on to it. Now they're going to say it was not. It was Ty Burke back there almost with a spectacular interception for North Augusta.
I guess they're saying he was out of bounds when he
juggled it.
Yeah, he got control. He was out of bounds already. This was a heck of an effort, though. Not a horrible throw, but just into coverage. But
had it, didn't have it.
Still in the air, and now he is
out of bounds.
Well,
close. It does stop the clock with 41.8, which is not good news for those of us who have to leave for Athens at 5 o'clock in the morning. Grissom. Well, he does hold it like a loaf of bread, doesn't he?
But he somehow doesn't lose it.
He hasn't lost it yet.
Yeah.
Give him credit. But
the opposing coach is going to see that on film and get these
yeah.
guys to look for that strip.
They'll clock it with 20.5 seconds left. But again, Lakeside would need 2 scores, and basically a miracle at this point.
And that's a rule change, by the way. You can clock it from
out of the
shotgun now. And
it looks weird still.
Yeah, a few years back that would have been a penalty, but that rule was changed a few years ago by the GHSA.
Partly because half the schools don't go under center ever anymore.
Yeah.
So a couple of heaves to the end zone, I would imagine. And what do I know? Grissom will hang on to it and try to get to the sideline, and he will stop the clock with 13.3 seconds left.
Yeah, Grissom's a fun player to watch, and Lakeside's got him a quarterback. You got to keep him upright. He's limping around, and but credit to North Augusta. They came in here on the road, coming off a game where they played a really tough team last week, and they played better in the second half, I heard, last week than they did the first, and it carried over. They got off to a great start. Beans Hunt with that kick return, the long touchdown pass. Their special teams outstanding tonight, other than the one miscue on their snap. But the special teams gave them a two long field goals. They gave them a touchdown on the recovery. They kept them in great field position most of the night with returns and good punts.
Some folks in Vegas interested in these last 2 plays, as Grissom is in all sorts of trouble, and down he goes, and that is going to end the ball game. The clock will tip to double zeros. I think that was Burke that got in and ended it for North Augusta. And the North Augusta Yellow Jackets come across the Savannah River and win the border battle with Lakeside. Your final score, North Augusta 27, Lakeside 17. Heck of a job by the Yellow Jackets, AB.
Yeah, like I said, they came in here off a tough loss last week, and they really regrouped. They got their – I can't say enough about the special teams. Obviously the field goals, the punting was great, the returns. That was a big difference in the game tonight, and they got them a touchdown. That was the key. I think these 2 teams are pretty darn close, offense versus defense. The difference in this game was the special teams. For North Augusta. Lakeside did get a field goal in the game, but the complete special teams, the punting, the field goals, the returns, the coverage, all of that, North Augusta did a great job tonight.
So stay tuned for the post-game show when we will award the McDonald's offensive and defensive players of the game. And, of course, as always, we'll have our Powerade play of the game and our Georgia Health Department hit of the game, which I feel fairly certain we just saw.
I think we saw it towards the end of the game.
These 2 teams, hard-fought game and good sportsmanship, shaking hands.
Yeah, it ain't like it used to be. Back in the day, when I was in school, I didn't know anybody at North Augusta. I knew 1 or 2 of their basketball players, and that was it. These kids now, because of social media, all know one another. They all follow one another. They comment on each other's tweets and different stuff. And it's just a different world we're in now.
They all follow each other on X.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I said they tweet. I guess do they X?
I think you still.
Or do they still tweet?
I think you still tweet, but it's on X.
Okay.
And we're awaiting to hear from Richard Bush, the head coach of the North Augusta Yellow Jackets, and I think Kira has him down there now, so let's hear from him. Kira.
Yeah, Coach, can you tell me a little bit about what you're pleased with from this game? I mean, both sides of the ball, you guys were lights out. Tell me what your thoughts are.
The kids fought hard. That's what we talk about all the time. Just play with great effort, and that's what they did tonight. Defense bent, but they didn't break. Offensively, we struggled in the second half, but we did enough to get the victory, and that was the goal. So
this is a big matchup. This is the 11th time that these two teams have met each other. I know it's your first year, but this is the 10th of the 11 wins for you guys. Can you talk about what it means to win such a historic game like this?
The goal every week is to go 1-0. This is always a great matchup. It's always a good game. It's usually close, so we're just happy to get out here with a win.
Thanks for the time, Coach. Appreciate it. Back into you guys.
Our thanks to Coach Bush and our congratulations. Thank you, Kira, and she'll get set up for the McDonald's offensive and defensive players of the game now. And we mentioned at the outset, Richard Bush, a 2003 graduate of North Augusta High School, has said many, many times this is his dream job. He doesn't want to go anywhere else, and he is off to a fantastic start. Now 2-1 as the head coach in his first year of the North Augusta Yellow Jackets. Don't go anywhere. Plenty more to go. The post-game show is next. North Augusta celebrating its 27-17 win over Lakeside.
On the sidelines with my offensive and defensive players of the game. We're going to start with offense. Jack, can you talk to me about your 3 extra points and your 2 field goals of 40-plus yards? Talk to me about the offensive effort tonight.
Well, I thought the extra points, those are routine. It doesn't really matter. It should go in every time. And the field goals, I'm really happy about those because before we started the season, our special teams unit was a little shaky, and now just to see how far we've come, even in just these first 3 weeks of the season, it's pretty amazing how we've accomplished this much.
An excellent performance from you and your team. Thank you so much. That award right there is yours. We're going to move over to our defensive player of the game. Look, DeAndre, we got to talk about this, okay? You had 2 sacks, including one to steal the game. We sealed the whole game with what you did. Talk to me about the defensive performance tonight.
Well, all week long at practice, my coaches told me if I play fast, slant hard, get in my stock, I should make every play, and that's what I did. Being about faster than everybody, it works.
A very impressive performance. You sealed the game, and that right there is yours to keep. Thank you so much for your time. Guys, we're going to send him back up to you in the booth.
Jack Stevens, our offensive player of the game. Congratulations to him. DeAndre Baskett, our defensive player of the game. I don't know that we've ever had a kicker be the offensive player of the game, have we?
I'm not sure. We had to have.
I'm sure we have. But
we've had a punter. I don't know if you had a kicker.
Yeah. Congratulations to Jack
deserved
Stevens.
it.
All right, let's get you your Georgia Health Department hit of the game. If you were with us late in the 4th quarter, never mind. We'll go with the Powerade play of the game first.
Got a feeling it's going to be a long touchdown pass to Beans Hunt back in the end zone, messed up coverage by Lakeside, and that was the first touchdown for North Augusta.
And now the aforementioned Georgia Health Department hit of the game.
And it was a perfect form tackle.
It was late in the 4th quarter, but it was well worth the wait.
Yeah, on this kick return, it was Ty Jones, and man, Bookert for North Augusta came in and made a perfect hit.
We talked about Stevens' field goals and extra points. Pinning him back on the kickoffs.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Bookert with a big hit.
Yeah, DJ Bookert. And one more piece of business to get you, the QBs by the quarter.
Yeah, so Tillman ended the game 8 of 14 for 93 yards and a touchdown. He also had 24 yards on the ground and another rushing touchdown as well. And Grissom for Lakeside, in the effort trying to bring him back, was 12 of 20 for 93 yards and interception, and scrambled around a good bit. A lot of designed runs, 69 yards on the ground and a touchdown.
So it'll be a pleasant drive back down Riverwatch Parkway and I-20 and Knob Cone Lane for the North Augusta Yellow Jackets. AB, final thoughts?
Well, I keep harping on it. The special teams was the difference tonight. I think the teams are pretty even when it comes to offense and defense, but the field position, they averaged the 47 to Lakeside's 21 in the first half thanks to some returns by Beans Hunt. The punts, they pinned Lakeside back once on a great punt. The field goal kicking from Jack Stevens, 40-plus yarders. And then they got a touchdown on special teams on the bad snap from Lakeside. I think that was the difference in the game tonight.
North Augusta fans can see the encore presentation of this game. Game Night Live will come your way high noon on Sunday over on WJBF News Channel 6. And you can see a recap of this one and all of the scores and highlights from across the CSRA coming up on Football Friday night, 11:35 over on WJBF News Channel 6. We will see you 1 week from tonight from Midland Valley when the Mustangs take on Harlem. For Kira Goldstein on the sidelines, Nathan Edwards, the statistician, AB, John Hart saying good night from Lakeside.